rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one Chief Rocker in Knicks universe. Your man's Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good? You know how we start these nights off, right? We start them off with blue tears, orange tears, Blorange tears. Let's go. Let's get it, party people. Welcome to this little thing we call the Knicks at Night podcast. Right, I know we hadn't been doing it in a while, but just want y'all to just want to rock out with y'all. I want to say thank you to everybody that's in the building. Almighty Finesse was good. Reese Roles was good. Chuck Allen was good. Tricky Nicky in the building. Con Man in the building. We got some Blorange Tears family on the way. Potentially the R&B sensation Cully and the ultimate thinker Subliminal 209 was good. We're back, man. We're back at it. We've been at it all day, and we're gonna continue this schedule for the next day or so. Next 24 hours, we'll be doing the same thing. We're gonna rock for about 2.5, 3 hours or so, right? Get some rest, jump on for vibes and stuff in the morning, vibes and stuff live, right? Then we're going to do the Knicks morning drive. Then we're going to take a break, jump back on for pre-draft coverage. Then we'll live stream for the draft. Then we'll do the Knicks at Night podcast tomorrow night. And then the same thing Friday morning. Yeah, man. So thank y'all for supporting the Blorange Tears family, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, share. Make sure you comment. Y'all. Make sure y'all comment, man. Right? Make sure y'all comment. Y'all are rocking with the number one Chief Rocker in Knicks universe, the hardest working man in Knicks universe. What's good? So there's a lot of things going on out here, right? There's a lot of things going on out here, right? There are a lot of Knicks rumors, but let me do this. Hey, listen, y'all. I apologize for early. Well, the channel was the panel was lit, so I didn't get a chance to read a lot of the comments because the panel was lit, right? So I want to jump in here and at least for a little while just speak to y'all comments. So y'all throw some stuff in the chat, man. Throw some stuff in the chat. Is that who I think it is? Is that my brother in the chat? Is that my brother in the chat? Man. That's my brother right there, man. I love this dude. Ron Cleveland is in the building. I love that man. That's like my brother, man. Ron Cleveland, that's like my brother. You know what I'm saying? I think I might have somebody backstage. Do I have to do an intro? I think I may have to do an intro. Hold on.
What's good? What's good?
Nine is in the building. What's good, sir?
Every time I hear that joint, I feel like I'm going on the episode of Jersey Shore.
Yeah, man. How you doing, brother?
Good. I mean, it's exciting right now. We less than 17 hours or so before 20 hours or so before the draft?
About 20 hours. And in 20 hours, we'll know who we picked.
It's a lot of rumors are going. The rumor mill is starting to spin.
Yes,
sir. What's happening? They talking about people want Cam now?
Yes.
Did you hear about that? Did you hear maybe the Spurs? Did you hear that rumor?
Yes.
Okay, so they talking about the Spurs want Cam. We'll jump up to the 9 and take their 20. Yeah. And we'll get McBuckets back, for a salary dump. So what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Who do we get at 9? That means we get someone nice at 9, and we get Jalen Derlin Terry at 20.
Yes,
Jalen Terry at 20. So
Bruh.
The only thing that makes me nervous about that whole situation is I don't think we'll get Sohan at that spot. The Spurs brought him in for a workout. OKC brought him in for a workout. The Wizards brought him in for a workout. Cavs brought him in for a workout. Somebody else, I think. Let me see. New Orleans.
I just think the 9 pick is more attractive in a trade, though. If we can get it done, I think the 9 pick is more attractive than the 11 pick.
Right, because more players fall to you at that.
Yeah.
But that's what but what I'm trying to get at is Jeremy doesn't seem like they like him because they didn't bring him in for a workout. I'm talking about the Kings went in there and wined and dined him, and a lot of other teams brought him in for one-on-one conversation to kind of just pick his brain. And I saw an interview with him too. And he played for what's it called? La Lumiere.
Yeah.
La Lumiere with Jaden Ivey back in high school in Indiana before the whole Rona went down. Then he had to go back down. He had to go back to England after that. But I was like, man, I had him so high on my board, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like that ship has sailed. Like it's not going to happen. Yeah.
So what do you think is going to happen then? Like the ultimate. What's your ultimate goal? Like at 9 and 20, you're looking at. You think 9 is too early for Sohan?
No, I would take him. I'll take him at 9. Right. I mean, I don't think Benny will be there. Benny's number 1 on my board. I feel like he'll be gone even if we move up to the Pals at 8. I think he'll be gone. Maybe at 7. Right. Maybe even earlier than that. Maybe the Kings get him. I mean, the Pistons get him at 5. Who knows? Like,
I think so.
They could match him up right next to Cade Cunningham if they wanted to, and have that dynamic duo in the backcourt for years ago. So,
bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. If the Knicks got Benny at 9 and Dalen Terry at 20, I would feel good about that, right? Ultimately, I love Jaden Ivey, right? Just keeping it a buck. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But if I had to get a consolation prize, you know what I'm saying? If I had to get a consolation prize, I think Benedict Mathurin The combination of Benedict Mathurin and Dalen Terry is one heck of a consolation prize, bro. I mean, I love Sohan too, because I think Sohan can become the Kawhi Leonard. Hey, what kind of shirt is that you got on? That shirt is fly, bro.
That is a Too Smooth shirt right here.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
That's fire, bro.
Chameleon, you know what I'm saying? The chameleon that blends in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, that is fire, bro.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yo, we got to do some collabing up, bro. You sneaky, you a sneaky dude. You know what I'm saying? That Too Smooth shirt is fire, bro.
Appreciate
Kelly,
it.
what's good?
Yo,
Kelly, GOAT is in the building.
What a dude, Kelly.
man. Any feedback coming off me? Man, I'm gonna get my laptop.
Yeah, you got a little.
Come on, man. You're joking, right? I just got in.
Nah, man, headphones, bro.
I'm gonna go on the laptop.
Alex, Kelly acting brand new, like he don't know the protocol.
Yeah.
No, long day, man. That's whole weekend. I got you.
It's all good. But yeah, so I mentioned, I mean, we always talking about the front office having multiple plans, plan A, plan B, plan C. We got to have the same line of thinking as well. So, you know, if Ivy's your number one choice, moving up, you know, giving them what they want. But I heard they want multiple first round picks as well as
I don't have a problem with it.
As well as the Pistons, you know, because the Pistons I hear want Cam too. Yeah. So moving up to what do they got? The 5th pick. Moving up to the 5th pick, they want Cam, multiple first round picks. So if they want that, then the price is even higher to move up one more spot.
Right.
To get that 4th spot. So
right. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Hey, the Knicks have a lot of talent on this roster. And what happened is you didn't get to see that talent flourish because of numerous things, right? But the front offices around the league let you know how much talent you have by how they covet what you have on a roster, right? So if you have if teams are coveting Cam Reddish, if teams are showing interest in Alec Burks, right? If teams are showing interest in a healthy Derrick Rose, right? If teams are saying any trade starts with RJ Barrett, right? If teams are saying, you know, that they would like to see Emmanuel Quickly or Obi Toppin, that means the Knicks have talent, right?
That's how you use that talent, though. That's the problem. We're not using that talent correctly. You know, we all know Burks is a good player, but we've been saying it all year. He's playing out of position. A lot of us Knicks fans wouldn't be complaining about him being on the floor if he was with the second unit running the small forward spot, you know, being that role player. We wouldn't mind giving him that money. We wouldn't mind giving Rose that money if he was the backup point guard running the second unit as well, you know. And a lot of us want Reddish to start. We want to get more PT time. And a lot of, like you mentioned, a lot of the league has noticed that as well, that's why they want to move up. They want to grab him and put him on their team because, like you said, they see the talent. We just not using our players, you know, the right
our assets the way that we should. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, look who we got backstage, y'all. Listen, I'm so happy about this right here. I'm so excited about this right here, man. Look who is in the building. Man. Hey, bro, let me first start by saying I love you, brother.
Hey, likewise, Freezy, man.
Man, I care about you a lot, bro.
Likewise,
I be when I be talking to the man upstairs, man, I be making sure that I be whispering Ron Cleveland and like, hey man, make sure you look out for Ron too. You know what I'm saying?
And just make sure y'all put a seat aside for me too up there. You know what I'm saying? Put in a good word.
Freeze, when I go to sleep at night, man, I have my earbuds in, man, and I listen to audio dramas, man, of situations that went on in the past in Bible times, man. You know what I mean? That's what I do, man, every night, man. You know what I mean? It's a blessing to be here, man. Many people we know is gone. You know what I mean? I'm a believer, man, and hey, that's what it's about, man. We wouldn't be here if we weren't. You know, at the end of the day. And that's what we doing tonight. You know, we believe in the nights tonight, man. I ain't bet it right, but I'm a Knicks fan, and it's feeling like this thing getting real, real nice. You know what I mean? Hey, I've been on my phone all day just looking at that thing like a junkie. You know what I mean? I'm like, Knicks news, Google, Knicks news. What they're saying, what they're saying, what they're saying.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you that Detroit move. Man, before I get into it, hey, man, shout out to everybody, man. Hey, this reminded me of old times, man. Knicks at night with Uncle Freezy, the crew, you know what I mean? Cully, I see your boy, Subliminal. Hey, man. It's a good time right now to be a Knicks fan, man. It's really a good time, man. Don't let them haters try to tell you it ain't. We in a good position, man.
Yeah, this is how we met.
Ways with this thing, but one thing we know, we can get better quick.
Yes. Yeah, man. This is how we met Subliminal 209. Like, we used to just be chopping it up, and we used to see a name scrolling up the screen, Subliminal 209, Subliminal 209. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, this dude is he here? This dude is here, and so just through relationship building, being honest and kicking it, being real with each man. Listen, Sub is here now. Now the channel can't survive without Sub. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of them things, man. You know, you feel me?
Yeah, so, man. Him and Cully make a good tandem. I like them guys together, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
The energy is great. It's time for the Knicks to eat off somebody else's plate. Come on, man. Let's get this thing, man. Let's get this thing, man. Hey, I'm excited. I don't know about the rest of the Knicks Nation, man, but I'm excited.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if y'all heard, man. Well, I know somebody heard. We in Knicks Nation. Somebody heard. You know, they're saying our boy Mitch. That deal is pretty much done.
Which one?
For Mitchell Robinson.
Keeping him.
What? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Are you being real?
They said that could be announced anytime. So the deal is pretty much done.
Ron, where is
hopefully we don't go left, but from everything that I'm hearing,
right.
Subliminal, you heard the same thing too?
Yeah, I heard the same thing that they.
Yeah, it's pretty much done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, Tricky, what's good?
My man Dripmore said 44 mil, 4 years. That's a good deal. That's a good deal.
That's a great deal.
For the season. That's a great deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with that.
I'll take that. I'll take that, Ron, all day. I'll take Mitch all day for that amount of money.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Man.
Yeah. But salute you guys.
Salute, brother.
When the last time we re-signed a second round pick?
He's the first one to get another contract. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder how long it's been.
Yeah.
Right. Mitchell Robinson would be the first rookie.
We always talking about Charlie Ward. He the next one up. We thought RJ was going to be it, but you know what I'm saying? He got the contract first.
You know, I want to say something though. I'm not going to lie here. That was my biggest concern going into this offseason was re-signing Mitch. It really was.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's a good deal. Hey, shout out to my man Otherwise. I see you in the chat, man. Yeah, you told me so. You told me you was gonna keep him. I gotta give my man Otherwise his credit, man. Wise called it. He called it. But I'm gonna tell y'all, me and Soulfinger was talking, you know what I mean, tonight, man. And when that Jeremy Grant deal went down, I looked at that. And I'm gonna tell y'all where my head is at. You know what I mean? And for those who like this guy, for those who don't like him, don't take it anyway. I'm just talking about what I'm seeing and what this tells me. Jeremy Grant getting traded from Detroit to Portland for a 2025 first-round pick. That telling me, and the reports already saying New York been trying to move up with Detroit, try to get Detroit fifth pick. I'm thinking Julius might be gone.
Oh,
I'm thinking Julius might be gone because it makes a whole lot of sense. If they're moving off of Jeremy Grant, who's a power forward, who they got to replace him? Who's in that foxhole, Freezy? Who behind Jeremy Grant on that team?
Oh man, jeez, man. I mean, yeah, that's tough, right?
But it's something to think about. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you look at it for their it makes sense because who are you going to go get, especially if you've been talking to the Knicks about trading the 5th pick? You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, okay, if you trade the 5th, you're going back to 11. Who you going to get to replace that production at that position?
Right.
And ain't nothing but don't go and say Ron want Julius traded. It ain't none of that. I'm just looking at the business side of it. You got to have a power forward.
Yeah,
Right.
did you hear they're trying to get Cam though for that trade for the 5th?
Yeah,
For the 5th pick. I just saw it. Yeah.
And then best of the worst, and Eric Gonzalez mentioned it too, and I forgot about it. DeAndre Ayton. They trying to get DeAndre Ayton over there too.
At that center, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Soulfinger told me about that. So I'm like, what does this mean for Julius?
Eric G is in the building. Eric G, what's good, man? It's been about a year.
Pick, they could go a defensive player and go get Tari Eason.
Yeah.
Or Jeremy Sohan and just
they got to replace Grant, that's for sure.
So, but if you look at Jeremy Grant, he's only 6'8", 210 pounds. You look at Cam Reddish, he is 6'8", 217 pounds,
Right.
according to stats. And the Pistons, to me, in my opinion, being from Michigan, they're looking to gather picks to put around Cade in the future. They ain't looking for right now. And so if you're going to say Randall's going to come here to Detroit, I disagree with you because I don't think Pistons are looking for Randall. He's a little bit, older, about to hit 28. They're looking maybe at Cam, though. I would agree with that thought if you're going to bring that up, Uncle Ron.
Yeah, I thought about that too because I saw that about Cam, but I immediately thought about Julius. The minute I saw that they move off of Jeremy Grant, I'm like, okay, what are they going to do at the power forward position? Right. That really popped in my head. So I'm like, okay, somebody enlighten me on that. What do you think they're going to do with that? Because we're talking to them. They're interested in Cam. It don't mean we're going to trade Cam, but they're interested in. And the reason why I say that because if they wanted Cam, the deal would have been done right now. You see what I'm saying?
No, but they wanted 2 first-round picks too, though.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay.
Yeah, they want 2 first-round picks.
I'm gonna tell you my opinion, and Freezy, I'm going with your take on this. And everybody, we know this how you should do what you should do. If you want the man, you got to go spend to get the man.
Right.
Playtime over, man. If you want Ivy, nothing should stop you. If you are convinced that this guy is your pick, you do what you need to do to go get him.
Right.
Period.
Yeah, but if you make that pick to go to the Pistons, that doesn't guarantee you getting Ivy, though. You know what I'm saying? That just guarantees you probably getting Benny at that point.
But
So
I hear what you're saying, but this is what I thought about. It's reported Sacramento really don't want to try to get him because he don't want to be there. So if Sacramento not going to get him at 4, the Knicks sitting in the 5th spot. He won't get past the Knicks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he won't make it past the Knicks. That's why when I heard that the Knicks was looking at talking to Detroit about the 5th pick, I said that's good because see Sacramento might have been feeling like they had all the leverage over the Knicks because they had that 4th spot. But if the Knicks can get that 5th spot, Sacramento don't have no leverage because if the fact that they want to trade out of that 4th spot, telling you they don't want to draft Ivy because Ivy don't want to be there. It makes all the sense in the world that the Knicks would get him at 5 because now the Knicks putting them over a barrel because on talent and best available player at the 4th spot, he should go. But they don't want it.
Yeah, I know that happens a lot in football. If the player doesn't want to play there, he just won't suit up. But does that happen a lot in basketball where a rookie comes in and he's just being picked at 4 doesn't want to play and just
that did happen. I'm trying to think. It did happen.
It happened with a dude named RJ Barrett
and Porzingis.
Right. I remember a dude named RJ Barrett didn't work out for New Orleans or Memphis.
RJ
Barrett said, "I want to go to New York."
Yeah, but we already knew that who the number 1 and 2 were going to be, Zion and
right.
And
but we know who the top 3 are going to be this year too, though. Right.
Right.
Well, you know what? You're right. Because Ja and Zion were going to go 1-2 in some kind of order.
Yeah.
Right. We already knew that, and we knew Zion was going to New Orleans. By the way, New Orleans celebrated on lottery night. As soon as on lottery night, you knew Zion was going to New Orleans, right? And so that means we knew Ja was going to Memphis, right?
Memphis is the one who really messed things up, if you think about it. And I love RJ, but we know the Knicks needed a point guard. Mike Conley was on that deal, and I was like, ain't no team touching that. Utah really messed things up because Utah took Conley. If Utah wouldn't have taken Conley, they would not have drafted Ja.
Yeah.
They would not have drafted Ja.
Because remember, Mike Conley, at the time of that deal, Mike Conley was the highest paid player in the NBA. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, and he was coming off those injuries.
Injuries. Mike Conley got that.
I was like, ain't nobody taking that deal, man. Ain't no. And so it would have made sense if they would have went and got RJ. You see what I'm saying? Right. But hey, things happen, man. Hey, I love RJ. I like what he's doing. But the young fella need help, man. We got to get him some help, man. Right. Get some young pieces in here, man.
But my question never got answered though. What's good? Nice. What's good, Spree?
What's good, brother?
What's up, man? What's up?
So has anybody ever heard of that though?
About DeJounte Murray to Atlanta. That's
players saying they didn't want to go nowhere, go to a certain place.
It seems like what is it? The rumor is that DeJounte Murray, ATL wants DeJounte Murray from the Spurs.
But where would he play at?
I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, like if Atlanta ends up getting that trade, I feel like as much as I want to be optimistic about the Knicks, it's going to be tough. The East is going to just get tougher.
That don't make any sense of a trade for them. Because he's big enough to play the two, but he's not a two.
He's not a two.
Because he don't shoot like that to be a two.
It might be that they just want him because of the defense. Because they know that.
That don't make any sense on that. Because I mean, that guy, his value to a team is better at running.
Yeah,
because
right. The ball in his hands.
Running the offense. Because you think about it, if it ain't for what Ice Tray with that shooting ability, if you got DeJounte Murray, who would you have as your point guard? A small Trae Young or DeJounte Murray?
Small Trae Young.
Trae Young.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would use DeJounte Murray all day over him. It's his shooting that really gets him across. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but overall, regardless, DeJounte Murray to Atlanta. So now you have DeJounte Murray. Like it's one of those that it could be a team that they're not going to ignore somebody else's talent. You know, and it's like, well, it's better us than somebody else, and let them figure it out. There's many teams that they always try to see if certain things work out, and if it doesn't, they trade or whatever. But at least they're gonna try it out. If it ends up,
I can't figure out.
Now,
what
you know what?
Devon
just brought up a good point too, and I ain't thought about that. They could go the route of flipping Trae Young and have him play off of DeJounte.
Yeah, together, like have both of them like manage the point guard duties.
That would be scary if you got Trae Young lighting things up at that two guard position, playing off of DeJounte.
And Trae Young's most elite skill, because he's got about 3 elite skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good passer.
His most elite skill is passing. Trae Young's passing is elite. Like when people try to compare Trae Young to Steph Curry, nah. Trae Young all around might be better than as an all around player. Now, don't get it twisted. He ain't better than Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
his passing.
Trae Young's passing is light years better than Steph Curry.
Yeah,
right?
I can agree with that. Right? I think his passing is better.
But in terms of being clutch, Steph Curry is the clutchest dude we probably ever seen. For pound for pound, he's the most clutch guy you ever seen in your life. Right, and in terms of 3-point shooting, he's a way better shooter than Trae Young, and his shot selection. Because a lot of bad shots you see Steph Curry take, like that shot. Remember the shot where OKC thought Golden State was going to go into overtime, and Steph Curry came down and took that 28-footer, and Russell Westbrook face, look at him dead in his eye. Look, man, if you don't think Steph Curry is a stone cold killer. Remember that game where Golden State was in a dogfight with OKC, and he looked Russell Westbrook in his eye, and Russell Westbrook is a dog, yo. Russell Westbrook don't back down for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And Steph looked him in his eyes and took that 28-footer, and it was all net. And you could see Steph Curry through the Mortal Kombat finish him on Westbrook, reach in that man's chest and take it out and put it in his pocket. Another one bite the dust. It's another one. I done hurt another one. He did it to Dame Lillard. You remember the shot Steph Curry hit over Dame Lillard when they were going to sweep the Blazers, and the Blazers went on that furious comeback, and Dame Lillard had scored like 20 points in the quarter, and he started looking at his wrist. He didn't point to Dame time yet, but he started looking at it like it's about time for me to. And Steph Curry came down and hit 3 threes back to back to back and snatched the heart out of Damian Lillard. Bro, yeah. Now I know this is not a Steph Curry a documentary, but what I want to get at is Trae Young's elite skills are ball handling, passing for one, and then ball handling, and then shooting. Right, and all three of them are dangerous because he can do all three at a high level. Right, but if you add DeJounte Murray to that,
I can see something happening.
Yeah.
As much as people want to keep on saying that it's not a good combination, I seen NBA, and we all seen it, that they try it out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It could be that Cleveland they trying to take that Cleveland route where they have 2 point guard running it. You seen that Sexton and I forgot the other cat name. They try to run it with the
Garland.
Yeah, Garland. They try to run it with those 2 point guards. At first, it didn't look like nothing beneficial, but over the amount of time, you could start seeing that they start clicking. And then Sexton, he got injured, so it could be that route that they might try to they might try to do.
Yeah. I think the league is going more positionless. That's I've been trying to tell Knicks fans all week that the you need a point guard conversation might be a little dated. I just think you need playmakers. I think that might be what Atlanta is doing, and that might be the direction that the Knicks need to go, because it's easier to do that. It's easier just to get playmakers as opposed to getting a specific type thing.
I've been saying the same thing too, though. We just need hoopers. You know what I'm saying? Guys who have high IQ that can just, find guys in their open spots, handle the rock, score on all three levels, play some defense, get in your chest. Just, it don't matter what position you are. You can play the 2, the 3 to, the 4 to play the 3, play some small ball, just mix it up. But then that allows you to get switched on. When you get switched on, you don't have to worry about that disadvantage.
I feel
tell
like
you this, when I look at Trae Young, though, for as much as we know Trae Young is ball dominant and DeJounte Murray, both of them, Trae is more of a guy who's willing to pass that ball, and you see it. He even talks about it. He said he likes passing the ball.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it could work. It could work. Now the question is Nate McMillan the guy to make it work? Because he's a defensive minded coach.
Yeah, and DeJounte Murray is more like a Nate McMillan type player anyway.
Yeah, he's going
about 6'4", like Nate, defensive minded like Nate. Pretty good athlete, all around combo guard. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling Murray a combo guard previously. What I'm saying is when you look about the all around game, like the dude is going to average 18, 6, and 6, right? And defense. That's an all around good player.
Think I'm going to be on my squad.
I wanted that kid so bad to the Knicks, man.
You still might get him, and Jaden Ivey. You still might get him.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Leon Rose. All I gotta say is, I'm gonna reserve my judgment, man. I'm gonna reserve my judgment, but it ain't no excuses. It ain't no excuses, man. But I'm gonna tell you what really got me is when I heard about Alec Burks. I ain't heard nobody say anything about Alec Burks having no kind of injury
until now.
Man, when I saw that, I text Sophie. I said, Alec Burks got injuries. and now he having surgery, huh? Because he know he was gonna get traded.
He heard the
Ron, why is
rumors
that
way
coming out
before.
now? I got mad.
That's
see
what I'm
my
saying.
tweet?
Why that had to come out? Why did it have to come out now?
Why
Let
you
that
doing
come out
that now?
after he got traded.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man. When I heard that, I said, "Oh man, he trying to pull a Frank Ntilikina, man. You know what I mean? He trying to be hurt when it's time to get traded. Hot dog it. I was like, man, now it's gonna cost us maybe a second round, but hey, I'll ship a second round to get him out of town. I'll give a second round to move him.
So
Even though the contract is good enough, because he only getting $10 million a season.
But
hey,
you know,
Ron, the Portland is seriously considering
oh yeah,
that Nerlens Noel, Alec Burks, and 11
yeah.
for the pick. They are mulling that over, and I think that's the best offer they got.
Hold on.
You
Say
get
that again. Say that again, Freezy, man. You about to make me do a flip in this chair, man. Say that again.
Alec Burks, Nerlens Noel, and the 11 pick for 7.
Yeah.
They're really considering that pick because Portland wants to make the playoffs. They want to keep Dame happy.
I would do that.
Yeah, and the fact that they went and got Jeremy Grant, that's signaling to me that they're trying to get back in the playoff hunt.
Yeah,
I would do that deal.
Yeah, hey, if they do
and
that
I like
deal,
MJ Burks. That's my guy.
If Portland do that deal, I'm gonna hurry up and do that before they change their mind.
Everybody knows I defend MJ Burks, but I wish him well in Portland. I'll see you on NBA TV.
You know what's the funny thing? That we all know that we actually trying to change the culture, trying to keep everybody happy, not trying to do somebody dirty. But whenever we actually trade somebody and it was so secretive, don't feel bad, because once you start thinking about what happened with Alex Burks, you can't blame the Knicks. Keep it quiet and just trade him.
I don't want to.
But I'm gonna tell you this with Burks. For me,
I don't want to trade Cam.
I like Burks as a player and as a person.
Oh yeah,
I like his aura, everything about him. You know, and but I'm gonna tell you something that jumped out to me today. I didn't even know it. You know, doing a little research when they was talking about Alec Burks, they're saying the Celtics could go after him with that mid-level exception that they got. They some kind of exception that they got, some kind of trade exception.
What
but anyway, I did not know. Did y'all know that Tatum is the child that he just had, Godfather? Did y'all know that?
No.
I was shocked. I was shocked.
For who? For who was that?
Like, so,
Tatum and who?
Tatum and Burks.
I didn't know that.
I was shocked by that. I said, so they must have got some kind of history. I know they never played together, so are they from the same town? Because I know Tatum is from the Loop. Is Burks from the Loop? Somebody look that up, man.
That's Spree's guy. He should know.
Is he from the Loop?
I think he is, actually.
Burks from the Loop, too?
I think he is. Didn't he go to Missouri?
Colorado,
that's right. I'm sorry.
But I'm wondering, because I'm like, how in the world? Because, I mean, to have somebody be your...
He's from Missouri.
Okay, so that ain't St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah. They got a connection some way or
they got some connection somewhere, because nobody going to have your child as they...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That
without you even knowing.
Basketball.
Hey, Ron,
I know that him and
can I tell
Bradley
you one
Beal
thing,
is
Ron?
both from St. Louis. And Ron, they talked about playing together. Bradley Beal and Tatum.
I got to ask you one thing, Ron.
Yeah.
This Cam Reddish thing is very interesting to me. Because I'm hearing a lot of calls, a lot of people liking Cam Reddish, and my whole thing is, I understand he has value. I don't think he got a fair chance here yet. I think Cam Reddish has a lot of value here that we need to develop here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to move him unless you get absolutely
Hey guys, Spree, can you give me 1 sec?
Hey, let me go ahead and answer that, Tricky, before you go on in, because I'll say this right quick and I'll let Tricky get it. You know, sometimes a player can be great in a trade for you, but they might be worth more to you trading them than keeping them. And I think that might be the case with Cam. Because if somebody telling me I like Cam and the possibilities of him on this team, we all know we're devoid at that position. But if you're telling me that I can get that 5th spot to go get a position of need, a problem that we've had forever at that point guard position, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to trade Cam.
Hey, so you guys know the reason Jason Tatum is the godfather to Alex Burks' baby. The reason is because Elsie is AB's fiance and Tatum is the cousin.
So they related.
Yeah, it's a girlfriend thing and it's a cousin thing.
So that family situation. They were saying don't discount the Celtics as a landing spot because think about it. The Celtics' problem was they didn't have a third scorer. They didn't have a consistent third scorer. That's why they lost to Golden State.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, I agree with you. If we can get that point guard by moving up and dealing Cam, I get that. I'm just saying I feel like Cam got hurt. He was getting his feet wet. I saw some good things. I think we need to develop him more. I really like Cam. I think Cam can be really good for us if he's developed properly and given consistent minutes. I'm just saying we don't have to trade him. But obviously, if the deal presents itself and he has so much value around the league where we can move up to get the point guard, I'm cool. I'm just saying I'm hearing everybody say, oh, we got to deal Cam because he has value. Only if it's the right deal. I like Cam. I think he can be helpful here. That's all I'm saying.
So Cam,
guess what you just did? If you can mess around and get the 5th pick, you getting the 5th pick higher than what Cam was drafted in the league.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to want more than just Cam.
I understand, but you still moving up higher than where he was drafted at. Cam was drafted what position?
I forget.
Right, and so that's 10, but that applies to Atlanta. With us,
Cam was 7.
with us, we got Cam for a 19 pick with a lot of protections. Right. So us getting the 5th pick for a 19 pick with a lot of protections is a come up for us. We got return on investment.
Win-win.
Right. Right. Ron, that was the point that you was getting at, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying, Freezy. You have to move that. You have to move it.
The problem is, you know what I'm saying, the Knicks bought a Ferrari. Tibbs is too old to be driving a Ferrari. Don't know how to drive it. So we need to trade that Ferrari for someone else who's gonna put that whip on the road. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah. Magnum PI.
Well, that means we got bigger problems.
Yeah, that means we have a Tibbs problem and not a Ferrari problem.
Man, that's funny, boy.
My only problem with Cam will be we can all like Cam Reddish, but how will we feel if this whole season or next season he doesn't play for another injury?
That's another thing because I brought that up. Nice. The guy didn't have surgery from everything that's being reported. He rehabbed that shoulder, and we know when your shoulder pop out of place.
Yeah, that's right.
It's susceptible.
You imagine that he gets an injury, a surgery, and it's like now is the time that we started thinking, all right, how durable he's going to be after that surgery.
That's a good point too. Very good take.
Do you think Cam is an injured player? Because like that one play with the Knicks, I thought that was a freakish type of deal. At the Hawks, he got hurt. Is Cam? What about in college? Did he get hurt in college?
Yes. He had a torn abdominal wall in college.
Okay, maybe he is an injured player. Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna tell you, when he went down with that shoulder, I knew it was separated. I said he's done. The way he went up, that was a lot of force on that shoulder, man.
I was kind of scared.
And so with all these moving parts, I don't see a clear direction like what the Knicks are doing. Because if you trade up to 5 and say the Wizards trade up to 4 and get Ivy, what are we doing at 5? Are we going to take Keegan Murray? Because if you take Keegan Murray, why would you trade Cam Reddish for Keegan Murray?
We might go get your boy, Benedict. And you know, normally Benedict ain't a good name to put with nobody if you know your histories, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Because they will sell you out. You know what I'm saying? but yeah, I get what you going on. Yeah, man. But yeah. So what are the Knicks looking to do? What are we doing? Anybody have a clearer picture than I do about the Knicks direction?
I still think it's Ivy. Ivy's the pick.
Yeah,
I think we need to offload salary so we can position ourselves in free agency. I think that's a big part of tomorrow. Get rid of some of these vets. That's going to be a big part of it, and then move up if you can get Ivy, if that's doable. If the Kings say nope, we're not taking your package, then don't panic. Get the 5, or do what you need to do to get the next best player.
Okay.
Freezer, you know, I just thought about something. If the Knicks were to get Jaden Ivey, he'll be the most explosive point guard the Knicks have ever had.
Yep.
Let that sink in, Knicks fan base. I say again, if they get Jaden Ivey, if we get Jaden Ivey, the most explosive point guard the Knicks will have ever had. Most athletic at that position the Knicks have ever had. So I can see why they're trying to get him. Leon,
honestly, that depends, Ron. That depends on, you know, if we get Sacramento's pick or not.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like
keyword in that phrase is if, Tricky. If the Knicks get him, Tricky, who has the Knicks had at the point guard position that would be that dominant, that athletic, explosive,
that dynamic,
position? That dynamic. Who?
Pound for pound.
Who?
Because people are going to say Nate. Because people are going to say Nate Robinson, but Nate Robinson was
no. I would go with Stephon Marbury, but
no,
I don't think anyone really. I think the answer
not
is
explosive.
no one.
Yeah,
Steph played under the rim. Steph played under the rim.
No one. My point is, though, I'm saying if you're thinking that route and you're going that route, you got to understand we got to get Sacramento's pick, not Detroit's pick, because I feel Detroit is going after Keegan Murray. They want Keegan Murray,
right?
And we all know that.
Who wants Keegan?
Draft, Detroit would not take Ivy because they got Cunningham.
So to me, the question is De'Aaron Fox a possibility with Sacramento and a Randall trade? And if we move up to number 4, are we getting Ivy with them?
I don't think anybody wants Randall because there's been 2 power forwards that have been traded already, and Randall hasn't been in the mix.
Right, and Randall ain't one of them.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm just bringing it up.
I say this, Tricky. If Sacramento get Ivy, if Sacramento keep their 4th pick and they select Ivy, if I'm the Knicks, I'm doing all I can to try to get Fox. I think Fox would be traded. That's what I'm saying. He would be traded. He would be traded.
Like, what is Fox's value? What do you think they would want?
It's great with me. I can tell you that.
Like,
it's great with me.
Would Fox be expendable if they take Ivy? You think they'd be more open to moving for Randall and a pick?
Absolutely. No. I don't think about Randall. It might be a 3-team trade, but I think it would be Davion Mitchell is essentially a guy who could play off of either one of those guys playing the point.
Right. Yeah.
Or you can have Davion playing the point and having Jaden Ivey, because we know Jaden Ivey played the 2 in college. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If they draft Jaden Ivey, you best believe Fox is gone.
Yeah, I can see that happening though, because they did the same thing last year when they picked up, Davion Mitchell. When they had Mitchell and they had Hallie there too. So I just see them picking Ivy and just using one of those guys for trade bait.
But Sacramento already said like a couple of times that they looking for somebody beside Jaden Ivey, just because of the rumors of Jaden Ivey not wanting to go to Sacramento.
Yeah, but the same thing last year happened with Mitchell, where they didn't work him out and they said the same thing, and then they took Mitchell.
And so they took him.
I don't know if I believe the Kings what they do. They act a little funky. There's a lot of smoke screens out there.
Right, right, and didn't they want Franz Wagner, and then Franz Wagner was gone, and then they took Davion Mitchell. Is that how it happened?
Yeah, but the thing about Sacramento right now that we're not really thinking about is they are so point guard heavy. They are so shooting guard. I mean, they have a lot of depth at the guard. They ain't taking Ivy at number 4. So as a Knicks fan, I'm like, I'm moving up to get Ivy. And if I can't get Ivy and they are taking Ivy, then Fox is coming.
Would you take a flyer on Kyrie Irving for the mid-level exception?
Yes, we talked about
course.
it.
No.
Yes.
No.
The mid-level exception, Kyrie would never sign for the mid-level.
Ron just mentioned that we haven't had an explosive point guard, all this and that, and then we talk about Kyrie Irving. He says first thing is no.
No, right.
Oh, you better go listen. You better go listen to.
But wait a minute, Ron.
I don't want him
get him subliminal.
Wait,
that guy is a head case, man.
Wait, Ron, but
think about this, man. Everybody, I'm not talking about his talent. His talent is undeniable. Everybody know that. But if we complain about Julius Randle and what Julius Randle was doing this year, Julius Randle showed up for work. Mm-hmm. Kyrie had 2 weeks where they didn't even know where Kyrie was. Mm. Come on, man. And then this is another thing. Because there's people who have said they didn't want Dinwiddie on this team because Dinwiddie dissed the Knicks.
Right.
What did Kyrie Irving do?
See my finger.
I know, and I love Freezy, but Freezy got at me. Freezy, I know you got at me because you told me if I hear about Dinwiddie one more time, I laugh at that. Hey, I laugh at that short you did because I was like, Freezy was hot bad boy. Freezy said, hey, if I hear about Dinwiddie one more time,
right, Dinwiddie,
that's when you,
bro.
hey, that's when you know you in trouble. Somebody said, if I hear one more time,
you like, oh,
don't call his name. So you know
RJ and Kyrie are close.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. If Kyrie didn't have all that stuff, because I'm afraid of Kyrie, but the talent, if you put him on this team, since Marbury, he would be the best point guard that we had, and he would be better than what Marbury was. So it ain't no denying that, man. If he came here, would I be mad if the Knicks say, hey, this is what they're giving us going into the season? No, I ain't gonna be mad because, hey, I'm a Knicks fan and the point guard position would be solved. Only thing I'm gonna say is, I hope he come to work.
I said it the other day that we already was a circus show last year. You know what I'm saying? Why not just add another clown?
We already got a circus.
I would take Kyrie.
That's all I'm saying, Freezy. I hope he come to work.
If we
come to work, you know he gonna work.
If we can figure this draft thing out, I'll just say this about Kyrie. If I can sit down with Kyrie and say, look, you love RJ, you've said some very good things. I don't know if you can work with Tibbs, but Tibbs wants you. We'll make it work around your schedule. Come in and ball. Give us a year, and then we'll assess the future. But get us back to the top 4 in the East, and let's do this together.
Spree, I'm here to tell you, bro. And Spree, I'm here to tell you.
I want
with a competent, with a baseline point guard in Elfrid Payton, we made the 4th seed in the East and won 16 out of our last 20 games.
Yes, we did.
Right, with a dude in a point guard's body. Right, we made the 4th seed in the East with the same roster. Right, and you telling me that if we get Kyrie, that the 4th seed is acceptable? I'm telling you, as a Knicks fan, bro, I can make the argument that Kyrie would make us a top 3 seed in the East if he played 70 games. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Now most Knicks fans are scared of winning. Right? Knicks fans are scared of winning, bro. I know this, right? Because last year when Tibbs won 2 years ago, when Tibbs won 16 out of the last 20 games of the season, people were like, fire Tibbs. And the Knicks were the hottest team in the NBA because they didn't like Tom Thibodeau's offensive style. They didn't like the style of play, so they wanted to get rid of Tibbs. They were like, if we had Kenny Atkinson, this team would have won 20 games out of 20. No, we wouldn't have. You know what I'm saying?
You know what would solve Tibbs' style of play? Kyrie Irving getting to the bucket at will, dishing out to RJ, and getting the thing flowing. And I'll just say this about Kyrie. I'll say this about Kyrie. It's a big if. There's a big question mark, and that's not my first option. I want to see if we can get Ivy. I want to see what else works with in free agency. However, if nobody else wants Kyrie, am I going to sit here and say, "Are you?" I mean, I'm desperate, Freezy. I'm desperate.
Yeah. Me too. I'm double parked, bro.
Hey, Freezy. Yo, Freezy. Hey, panel in the chat. I got some breaking news.
Speak on it.
San Antonio is going into a full rebuild and have made DeAndre Murray available in a trade package.
DeJounte Murray.
Oh man, you so late, Cash.
From the Spurs.
You got man, that was broken news. That was broken news. We had already been talking about that for 30 minutes, Cash.
Okay, I didn't know, man. I didn't know. I couldn't get on, man.
Come on,
But he's
tried.
available.
Give him props.
we have been talking
Man,
about that already.
if it's a possibility,
Hey,
I
yo,
love
and
Murray.
I'm joking with Cash, of course. Cash, no, I'm messing around. So, yeah.
Like I know that we speaking about the draft, but if you give me either DeJounte Murray or Kyrie Irving, I'll take DeJounte Murray. And it's not me trying to ignore the fact that Kyrie Irving is skillful, but just think about it. Kyrie doesn't mix up with either New York or California. I see like those two states is too political, and if that C19 comes back in, I swear to God, we might not even see him playing over 30 games in New York.
Well, that's all he's been averaging, about 35 games this season.
Yeah.
And this is another thing y'all need to think about too, because I just saw an article. I know y'all seen it. Somebody's seen it. Somebody in the chat or somebody on this panel.
I seen it. I bet you.
It's been out there that he has reached out to LeBron.
Yeah, allegedly they had.
So
Yeah, I've heard that.
You know what that tells me? That guy ain't loyal. You got KD to follow you to Brooklyn. Now you calling LeBron.
Wow.
Come on, man. Come on. Something to think about. That's all.
After leaving
man.
LeBron, right? After leaving LeBron and saying he wanted to be the man. He left LeBron.
There's
saying
reports
he
right
wanted
now
to be
saying
the man.
he's reached out to LeBron about coming to LA.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we need to keep all of our options open. Like I understand we all pick our favorites. I'm just saying we're in a position right now where we have to keep all of our options open, and it is a discussion. That's all. I just wanted to bring it up. I'm flexible.
I hear you, man. But my thing is on Kyrie. I can't deal with Kyrie because Kyrie is unpredictable, man.
I got you.
He's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh, no doubt.
And I understand, but bro, point guards miss time. Ja Morant missed a lot of time this year. Steph Curry missed a lot of time the past 2 seasons. Derrick Rose missed a lot of time this year. Kemba Walker is Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker is broke down mountain.
Freezy, don't forget Darius Garland.
Darius Garland,
yeah,
Colin Sexton,
yeah.
Spencer Dinwiddie, right? Ben Simmons. These guys miss time, bro.
Yeah, but those are injuries.
You know what could actually happen with Kyrie if he was to come to the Knicks, right? Who knows? Kyrie might say, you know what?
I'm retired.
You funny, nice. I'm hearing all the stories.
He's not lying.
I'm hearing all the stories being written about me. I grew up in this area. I know what the Knicks mean to the city. If I win a championship with the Knicks, I'll be the greatest Knicks ever. He'll be bigger than my man. My man will be bigger than any player that's playing right now in this league. Because many have came to the Knicks and many have failed.
Many.
So if that would be his thinking, to say, hey, let me rewrite the story on me. And if I can win here, I know what this team means to this area. You know what I mean?
Hey, Ron, do you think it's possible that Kyrie called LeBron to try to see if they could come to the Knicks and move Randall to LA? Or is
my
LeBron
goodness, I ain't even thought about that. I ain't even thought about that because LeBron got, one more year left?
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to get away from Anthony Davis and come to the Knicks with Kyrie.
Hey, Spree, I got to give you that one. I didn't even think about that angle, man. I got to give you that. Hey, you get shout outs for that one because that's a curveball. I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm not even answering. I'm gonna let somebody else answer that one.
What was the question, Spree?
No, I don't know what LeBron's thinking these days. I don't know.
Right.
I haven't been able to get his thinking.
LeBron mentality.
Did he return Kyrie's call? What is Kyrie trying to do? I don't know.
You know what LeBron might be trying to do? Trying to get 2 more championships on different teams. At least on that level, he might be the GOAT of being a player that actually got more rings on different teams than just necessarily on one.
Nice. I'm gonna tell you like this. As much as I know LeBron is a mercenary too, he's a hired hand. If LeBron was to come to the New York Knicks and him and Kyrie came here and they won a title, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Freezy, I've been watching basketball. Freezy, I'm 49 years old. I
LeBron
think
is
you
the
know what I'm
GOAT.
getting ready to say. If LeBron come to the New York Knicks with Kyrie and they win a championship, LeBron's the GOAT.
Bro, I dislike LeBron so much.
Me too.
I'm not a fan of LeBron coming here.
I
bro.
don't like the idea of him coming, but if it was to happen, because we know how these things work.
I don't dislike LeBron as I don't dislike LeBron as a person, right? I dislike LeBron, the player and stuff that come along with it.
Yeah,
like how people dislike Kyrie. I did because LeBron. Listen, LeBron. If he don't like what your organization doing, LeBron will shut it down.
You're right.
LeBron will shut it down. If you don't do what LeBron tell you to do when he come, he gonna ruin your. Look what you see what he did to the Lakers. He said, "Man, listen, we ain't winning with all these kids. Get all these kids out of here."
Yeah, they got a mess.
Yeah. You remember that? You remember they man? They had Brandon Ingram, D'Angelo Russell, Julius Randle, Josh Hart, Larry Nance, Ivan Zubats, Jordan Clarkson, Lonzo Ball. You know what I'm saying? They had all these young Kyle Kuzma, all this young talent, right? LeBron was like, "Yeah, I don't like none of these young kids. Get them out of here. Go get me AD."
Hey,
right?
At least he got that championship.
They got a
But
ring
You
though.
talking about that bubble gum ring he got?
Yeah, I don't count that one.
But the thing is here's the thing, because it's a double standard, right? Like if we accept LeBron for doing it, and then if somebody else come in and do it, we throw them under the bus. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying?
Because I didn't care for what he did in Miami. That's when I started. I don't want to say turning against him, but it made me look at him in a different light, because I'm like, if you that guy, if you the best player in the league, you don't go running, teaming up with guys, because each one of those guys were number ones on their team.
Right.
Each one of those guys were number one. Dwayne Wade was the number one in Miami. Chris Bosh was the number one with the Raptors.
Chris Bosh was murdering them in individual matchups. Chris Bosh was killing the Wade.
Not all champions.
If y'all remember,
LeBron was the number one where he was at. So when they teamed up, I was like, I can't believe this happened. Like when they even talked about that happening, I said, man, that ain't happening. These guys are number one in their situation. Why they gonna go? When that happened, that's when I lost the basketball respect for LeBron. And I was like,
do you remember?
Can't ever call him the GOAT. But if that guy was to come to New York,
I'm so petty.
In New York, you won one in Miami, you won one in Cleveland, you won one in LA, and you won one in New York.
Man, I ain't watching
something that. Hey, I'm going to tell you this.
It would be hard to say he ain't. I'm gonna tell you this. He may not be the GOAT, but I tell you this. All around skill level, he is the GOAT, skill wise.
Hey, Ron, but listen to this. We all know that, hey, once we have eyesight on a certain player that we don't like, if he does the impossible, I'm telling you, our emotion gets switched right quick. Because if we see that LeBron is producing and we winning at least one championship, everything that we have said about LeBron just go right underneath the rug.
Oh, if they win, it's over. You know we'd be going crazy.
Not all championships are created equal, to Ron's point. The ones in Miami, the ones with KD and the Warriors. Every championship, you have to look at the circumstances.
Yeah,
but think about this. LeBron is the type of player that he magnifies other great players. Carmelo couldn't do it. Wherever LeBron goes, even AD went over there. If he comes over here and it's going to be his last time of his career or whatever, and he does the impossible, I'm telling you, like right now, just because people know that LeBron is going to the Knicks, a lot of players going to look at the Knicks differently.
And I'll tell you this, everybody knows the only reason why LeBron never became a Knicks is because of James Dolan.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why.
Yeah, but Father's
he
time
made
caught
that
up to
perfectly
LeBron.
known that he would never be a Knicks as long as James Dolan had this team.
Maybe the best thing that could happen to Julius Randle's career to save his career is LeBron coming here to help him.
Let me say this real quick, just to adjust the super chat. Boulevard 73, thank you for the generous contribution. Boulevard 73 says, Peace to the panel. Peace to the chat. Irving is not to be trusted.
Yeah,
man.
I'm so petty. I'm so petty. I'm drafting Bronny and telling LeBron he can't come to New York.
Right. I'm holding him hostage. We holding him hostage.
I like that.
We're gonna put him on the bench. We're gonna send him to the G League.
Not even get him a chance.
We're gonna be
to play.
flipping bottles on the bench over there with Bronny.
Right.
No,
Frank Ntilikina be the assistant coach.
Do that Morse code. You heard Ron Cleveland and Breezy and everybody do that Morse code where you put him in the bench and then you put him
in
to.
the playoffs. I was happy for Frank. I was the only Knicks fan that was actually like, but I was excited.
His defense was elite. His defense was elite against the Suns' backcourt, though.
You talking to Frank? You talking Frank?
Yeah, I think somebody put up a stat where Frank and 40 shots against Frank with, I think it was 40 shots. I think Chris Paul and Devin Booker were 5 for 40 against Frank.
He shut them down.
Yeah,
I was happy for Reggie Bullock too. Those are my boys.
Mr. R&B.
Would y'all re-sign Frank? Would y'all bring Frank back?
No, I would not.
Reggie.
As a defensive piece, yeah. I'll bring him back for a defensive piece. I ain't looking for no offense from Frank.
I'll bring back Trey Burks before I bring back.
I'll bring back Trey Burks.
I would say this because of what Grimes offer you is 3-point shooting and elite level defense supposedly.
Grimes is Frank.
Huh?
Grimes is Frank. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I'm good.
Grimes is Frank with a 3-point shot.
Yeah, more durable.
Yeah. Well, really, is he?
Well, he's
Frank,
more.
He did get hurt this year, but
Grimes can put the ball on the floor.
He got hurt, but it felt like it was only one time. It could be 2 or it could be 3. But Frank Ntilikina, But listen to this, Uncle. Frank Ntilikina got out of an injury, and less than a week, he's back at it. And it's like, come on, man, you just got back.
Around the trade deadline, Frank was hurt.
Frank always get hurt when trade rumors come up.
Or when you think he's finally going to start.
Surgery.
Who do you think Burks learned that from?
Oh, that's messed up, Free.
But
hey y'all smash that like. What do we got? 49 likes, and we've been rocking for an hour. Man, y'all smash that like button, man.
I'm not a Frank hater, man.
We need to be at 100 likes by now, man. Y'all got Ron Cleveland up here in the middle of the night. Y'all got Sub and Kelly.
Don't take half of this thing I'm saying serious, man.
Sorry about that.
I know y'all in the chat gonna hold me to it the next time you hear me talking.
Yeah, but Ron,
I was just kidding about the LeBron. I was just trying to have fun.
Nah.
Yeah, man. Y'all smash that like button, man. Get them likes up, man.
But on a serious note, man, this is now and never for Leon Rose with me. I'm telling y'all right now, we can't come back with the same roster.
No.
If this man don't address what we need to get fixed, I'm out, man. I'm out on him. I ain't out on the Knicks now because I'm gonna just be an advocate that hey, I'm flying the plane. That's all I want. I want somebody to give me the plane. I'm gonna fly him up out of here. I'm telling you right now. Because it's starting to look like to me, if he can't get this thing done, he might be more of a problem than Tibbs is. And I can't believe I'm even saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because Tibbs can only deal with the groceries he's given. Right. But if the man ain't getting you no groceries, if he's shopping down there at Aldi's when he should be going to Sam's, I got a problem.
Right.
Do you believe tomorrow? Can I just say? I just want to say one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say one thing. Do you believe tomorrow is like what? How do you guys feeling? Like where are you? Like how do you feel?
I'm feeling hype.
I don't know what's gonna happen, man.
No,
I'm feeling like the trade deadline for the last 2 years. That's how I'm feeling.
Me too.
We doing the same thing right now. We on the watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Other teams are making moves, and we ain't hearing nothing but us making moves.
I hear a lot of interest. I hear a lot of interest in Brogdon though, and it's kind of frustrating. You know.
Oh my goodness.
It's very frustrating. They're saying if they can't get a Jalen Brunson, basically it's like we'll settle for Malcolm Brogdon. You know, but I don't know if the Malcolm Brogdon is centered around flexibility, like they want to get rid of. Because I see they're looking to get rid of Noel Burks.
if they take Kemba, dude.
I think Kemba too. So I don't know if it's flexibility. Cool, but nah, Brogdon, I'm not really expecting much from him. Good guy when healthy, but nah.
You guys seen the comparison that Knicks Spurs had with Jalen Brunson and somebody that we have in our roster?
Who?
Quickly. The first 2 years of Quickly and right now Brunson. So right now Brunson is 8.8 points, 3.2 assists, 2.3 rebounds with 55.1, and I think that's like a average on points made. And Quickly is 11.4 points, 2.8 assists, 2.7 rebounds, and 1.8 made on three.
I wouldn't touch Brogdon, man.
No,
too
that's
much
Brunson.
money and can't. Oh, you talking about Brunson?
Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah. I've been looked at their numbers a while back. It's very comparable.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying I would stick with Quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Because even the points per game average, Quickly averaged 16. I believe he averaged 18 on the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brunson, to me, I like Brunson, and I think Brunson and Quickly can play together. I like having that. I'm a lefty, so I like lefties. I just think Brunson is a very explosive, quick, heady player. I'm not saying he's amazing, but I think he could help us.
We got RJ lefty. We got Randall lefty.
And there's
A
gonna be
team
a lefty
full of
club.
lefties.
Well, I don't think Randall's going to be here. I'm saying that I don't think Randall will be here, but yeah, we got lefties.
I'm gonna tell you what. Don't bet against Randall being here though. I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if Randall is on this team, I've been saying this for a while. After looking at that guy working as hard as he's working, that guy's gonna have a bounce back year, man.
Yeah.
His stock is down. He got to rehabilitate his career. For as crazy as that may sound, because you ain't say, well, Ron, rehabilitate his career. The man just got a contract.
Mm-hmm.
But perception is everything, other than your money.
It's a
you can have all the money in the world, but once they get a perception on you, then you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy, Ron? Like coming off the year he had in the bubble, which was fluky, where he shot incredible and there was no fans in the stands, and then he has this year. Isn't it amazing that it just took 1 year of like all the goodwill he built up, and it all got thrown down the toilet? Isn't that amazing?
Right, and let me defend Randall on that, y'all. Just hear me out on this.
Yeah.
Right. Just hear me out on this. I don't think it was a empty gym scenario with Randall. Right. I think it was you brought in too many free agents and took away chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Because the thing is, Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, before that playoff season, had played together the season before.
Yeah.
So they were going into their second season of playing together, right? Because y'all remember the Elfrid Payton pushing Jay Crowder season.
Mm.
Y'all remember that when he pushed Jay Crowder in midair?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that terrible season? And then the next season they come back and they make the playoffs. They play together, and what happens is, just like RJ rookie season, you had all those moving parts. The one time you got guys playing together for 2 years in a row, they make the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you uproot that and bring in a total new cast of characters, and now these dudes have to learn how to play together. And now Randall and RJ take a step back, and what we want to do is blame Randall for everything instead of taking into account that chemistry matters.
Yeah,
chemistry matters. And just real quick, right now, if you run it back with Fournier and RJ and Randall, of course they'll be better next season, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is buyer beware, because if you turn the roster over again, you are going to have those same struggles where people don't have that chemistry. It's the reason why Russell Westbrook looked so bad with the Lakers, because he never played with LeBron or Anthony Davis, right? But it's not like Russell Westbrook is a bad player. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how a lot of the hosts get on the joint. Like for instance, dudes that host shows like me, Ron, Sub, Cully, everybody else that host that will host individual joints, we get together and sometimes we'll talk over each other, not intentionally disrespecting the other person's point, but it's like we just used to playing point guard, right? Yeah, y'all know how it is. And so what I'm saying is don't discount the fact that chemistry matters. And so if you're a Knicks fan right now and you're looking at what Randall can be, what I would say is if you can trade him for good value, go get him. Go get that value, right? But if Randall comes back, don't be surprised to see Julius Randle be a borderline all-star this year.
I love it.
If you can keep some of these pieces in place, because the Knicks changed their entire offensive philosophy. The Knicks 2 years ago, two years ago went from high ball screen and roll with Alfred Payton and R.J. Barrett attacking the paint, Derrick Rose attacking the paint, kicking out to spotted up 3-point shooters, to more of a triangle type side pick and roll with Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier. And what happened is the personnel just needed some time to mesh.
Freezy, can I
And
say
by
one
the
thing?
and by the time they started meshing, guys started getting
disrupted.
hurt. Derrick Rose is hurt. RJ is remember RJ Barrett sucked like a dog the first 2 months of the season. Emmanuel Quigley was trash the first 60% of the season, right?
You're right.
And so once they got better, then all of a sudden now Derrick Rose is gone. Julius Randle is out. You know what I'm saying? RJ Barrett is hurt and trying to play through injuries. So what I'm getting at is if you can trade first of all, don't blame it all on Tibbs. Second of all, we knew we had blind spots on this roster. Right? As soon as Kemba went out, as soon as Rose went out, and we went to Alec Burks at point, you knew the season was over. But you couldn't take a struggling. I mean, because Emmanuel Quigley was already struggling, and then if you struggled and put him in the starting lineup, you might have killed that dude confidence forever. He might have turned into Frank, right? So just keep these things into account in your mind as we go about, you know what I'm saying, turning the conversation to one that Julius Randle is the worst player on planet Earth.
Freezy, can I just say one thing?
Because he's not. Go ahead, bro.
Let me just say this. I agree, and you made very good points, and nobody will be happier than me if Julius can have a bounce back, get his value back up. We'd love that. And I'll say this about Julius. He had an unbelievable year. It wasn't just the open gym. But this is what I'll say. Yes, the chemistry changed. I did not like the leadership. I didn't like the body language, which you can control. Regardless of chemistry, you can control your body language. I understand the environment's changed, but you still got to be the leader of the team. And that, to me, that hurt him. Like, just his perception. Perception is reality. Whether or not you agree with it, I don't know. It's behind the scenes. But when you pushing an Evan Fournier, and it's a bad look. I'm just saying we need him under control. We need to help him. There's no doubt. It's not just him. It's everybody. But Julius is the leader of the team. And last year was a very difficult thing for him. And he's a talented player. There's no doubt. We got to take the pressure off him, get the point guard, but he's got to build his thing back up. He was disappointing. I can't make an excuse for that. But it's not just him. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
if it's Randall's body language, then how can you account for your guard shooting under 40% from the floor? What does that have to do with Julius Randle?
He maybe the point guard would shoot better if he saw Julius Randle's body language uplift him.
You know, though, Freezy, I agree with you 100%, man. And I've been saying this, and I'll keep saying this, man, for a while, because I got caught up in blaming Julius too. You know what I mean? Yeah, Julius. You know the problem. What happened with Julius? Julius was the highest paid player on the team, and with highest paid players
at 19 mil though. At 19 mil.
Yeah, he was the highest paid player on the team, and so coming off of that season,
right back in,
he's gonna get all of the publicity, good or bad, and he didn't do anything to help himself with the way he was acting. But with that being said, my goodness, man, this team was trash. This roster that Leon Rose gave us,
they did a terrible job.
Straight up trash, and we paid for it because that guy put his money. Right now, we trying to get rid of contracts for guys who couldn't play, and look like we might end up being stuck with them. I hope that ain't the case. But you got Leon Rose, who gambled on Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker, and Nerlens Noel, three guys who have a history of being out for games.
Yep.
So that's pretty much your blame, and that's what killed our season. And to the point when Burke got thrust into playing that point guard position. It was over. It was over.
Ron, I have a question for you. So Julius Randle, say he plays and starts for us all next year. How many wins we getting with him?
82.
Subliminal? Not what I said.
How can you answer that without knowing what the roster is?
But
I'm saying with Randall as our leader, how many
I can't answer
points?
I don't know the roster.
How many
we don't know what
wins
the
do
roster
you
gonna
think
be.
we can get?
We got to know
We ain't
what type of
getting
help.
none with Randall. None.
We got to know what type of help.
34.
Right.
We'll get 34.
Hey, I'm gonna answer your
34.
question, Tricky. You know what I'm gonna get with Randall? 20, 10, and 5.
And you're gonna get 34 wins. Congrats.
No, I'll get 20.
I'm gonna get 20, 10, and 5.
Will I get it efficiently? I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna be efficiently. It's gonna be the least you're gonna get from Randall.
So what if Randall is here, he's the leader, and you have Jaden Ivey with Randall and RJ?
Well, it's over.
Right. Or what if you have DeJounte Murray with Randall and RJ?
Right. Randall is the leader of this team. How do you bring in guys like Jaden Ivey? How do you do anything like
That's a good question.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this: if you bring in Jaden Ivey, he's gonna be happy to play at Randall because Randall gonna take the pressure off of him.
Yeah, RJ Barrett went through Randall's crap. Why can't Ivy?
Right. Well, and the thing about RJ too, and the thing about Randall, the thing that people don't realize is Randall and RJ are ball dominant, right? Julius Randle is not the only ball hog on his team. RJ Barrett is a ball hog, right? And you saw quickly get a triple double as soon as RJ got hurt. As soon as RJ got hurt, Emmanuel quickly got a triple double. Anybody notice that?
Yep.
As soon as RJ got hurt, Obi Toppin scored 40 points in the game.
Yep.
Right now, I know it was late season, teams tanking, blah blah blah. But the stat book don't take that into the stat book. Don't put asterisks next to nothing. Obi did that against NBA talent.
Freezy, and you want to know what's the funny thing, Freezy?
What's that?
Both of them played efficiently. What I mean by that, it's not like I'm taking 20 and I'm making 10. They was taking like 16, making 13, something close to whatever they were shooting. If there's one thing that I hate with this team right now, and I love the Knicks, but I hate it. I hate to see shot selection that is horrific. If you know the possibility of it not going down, just pass the freaking ball. If you get in double, triple team, somebody's open. Why the hell do you put it upon you that I'm the superstar when we all know we don't have a freaking superstar? If they keep it so simple, I'm telling you, the Knicks could be a beautiful thing. But unfortunately, if they don't play as a team, this is the same that we're gonna see next year.
Your guards are good. This right here, and I said this, I've been saying it all week. This right here is the worst collection of guards in a Knicks backcourt ever.
I agree.
Ever. You ain't never seen.
I agree.
You ain't never seen a backcourt this bad.
Ever?
Right. At least as sometimes that we would have a backcourt of Derrick Rose, Brandon Jennings, and Courtney Lee, and you like, oh, this backcourt terrible. But at least Courtney Lee was a decent player. Brandon Jennings was up and down, right? And
but they don't remember Derek Harper, Greg Anthony, Hubert Davis, John Starks in a backcourt like that. We haven't had one like that forever.
Right.
But you know what though, Freezy, to what Freezy trying to say, Tricky, and I kind of think I know where he's going at. And I'll say this: if you look at Julius Randle's number 20, 10, and 5. Without a legitimate point guard. You give this guy a point guard where he don't have to have that ball in his hands all day.
All the time.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You want him to be efficient?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't the biggest Julius Randle fan, but one thing I do know is when a player being asked to do more than they should be asked to do.
Yeah.
And Julius Randle, think about this, Tricky. Julius Randle leads our team in assists. Just think of that.
Yeah.
And that's my point.
Your team
because you don't
dirty
have a point guard.
So you prove my point. Julius Randle is a ball dominant power forward.
No.
That listen, let me talk. He's a ball dominant power forward that likes to finish, likes to get the passes, likes to create. He's the guy that wants the ball in his hands.
It wasn't
So if
working
you
with
bring in
Kemba,
a guy
Tricky.
and it don't work, it don't work.
It wasn't working with Kemba.
But Tricky, what we saying is the guards were so trash that Randall was forced to be that.
Yeah,
is
because
what I'm saying.
Look
Can
at last
Randall
year.
be a second option and play off the ball?
But again, play off the
Are
ball.
you telling
to
me?
who?
Hold on. Are you telling me Derrick Rose was so trash, Uncle Freezy,
He was hurt.
that he played off of Julius Randle?
No. First
Derrick
of all,
was in that second
when he was healthy. When he was healthy.
Derrick was in the second lineup.
And right. So Tricky. Listen to this, because your point is I don't get it. What I'm saying to you is Randall is forced to do other stuff because the guys that are tasked to do that job can't do it. It's just like at your job where you good at your job and somebody is bad at their job and you have to help them get better and do your job at a high level too.
Preach.
And then your boss is like, Tricky, what's going on with you? You're not the normal Tricky that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, man, boss, I'm doing my job and his job. And then your boss is like, well, we need more of that because we don't have time to bring in more people. Right? That's what I'm saying about Julius Randle. I'm not saying that Julius Randle wants to be Magic Johnson. I'm saying that this backcourt, and you agree because you mentioned it, because you compared it to other backcourts, that this backcourt right here is the worst backcourt that the Knicks have ever had. And the numbers bear that out. I don't have to tell you guys this. You can do your own research. You go online, go to StatMuse, go to Synergy, go to ESPN.com, go to Basketball Reference, and look at these guys' shooting numbers and assist numbers. Combine them, compare them to other backcourts in the NBA.
Hey, Freezer, I got a question for you. Who was Julius Randle's point guard when he was in New Orleans?
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday. And remember how Julius' numbers went up?
Yep. And his efficiency.
Yeah, it went up.
You know,
and Drew Holiday would have been better than any point guard we had on this roster.
I think I have a bad Knicks type fandom type thing, where when I watch Julius Randle, this is what I see from him. Like what I'm literally watching a guy that doesn't care about playing basketball anymore. He wants the ball all the time. He's ISO ball. He can't shoot. And I'm watching this, and I'm saying as a Knicks fan, I'm like, we gave him an extension because he had one good year. And then now we gave him that extension. I'm looking at all these guys we're going to pass up on because we believed in him 2 years ago. And instead, we should be looking at Julius Randle like the first piece we got to move out of New York to get right.
So, Tricky, I'll say this. Let me say this. Just let me just you make some fair points. I'll just say this. When a league scouts you, when you have the year he did, and the front office does a really bad job of building around him, okay?
Right.
In fairness to him. And the league is really now, after that all-NBA year, they're completely scouting. Everything's on him. You have to adjust. And he struggled with that. He struggled with having to making the adjustments. We have to do a better job of building it around him. Is Julius Randle the greatest off-ball player? I don't know the answer to that because we haven't really built the team correctly to see what he can do with it. I'm not going to judge him based off of prior stops. I only judge you when you're in a Knicks uniform. That's great that what he did with Drew Holiday. I respect your opinion, Freezy, and Ron, because I just respect what he did before. I'm not discouraging. I'm just saying, to me, Julius has had the ball for the most of the times in his hands because he's been forced to. We need to get pressure off of him to see what he can do. I need him to have better body language. I need him to be a leader. I think he's capable of doing it. He's just got to have his mind right. And maybe it's just getting a floor general and more leadership around him to help him be that all-NBA player again. Maybe that's what it is.
Exactly. I mean, Spree, that's what this front office has to do. If you're going to keep Julius Randle on this team, You can't have Julius Randle continuing to be the guy having to bring the ball up, trying to run offense. That is not good. That's a problem. That's a turnover, and that's why Julius Randle's turnovers is high too.
Yeah,
it's because you're asking him to initiate offense. That should never be his job, and that goes on your front office. So if you don't have a point guard, that tells you why the man is struggling with that aspect of the game. Now the other stuff when it comes to
if you bring in
being a good
Jaden Ivey,
teammate
is Randall going to allow that?
Yes.
Right. He's gonna do it.
Yes.
He's gonna do
That's my question. That was my whole question. Like, if you're going to bring in a guy and trade up for a guy, number 4, Jaden Ivey, will Randall allow that, and will Tibbs follow through?
I'm gonna tell you like
Will
this:
they do that?
if they get Jaden Ivey, if they get Jalen Brunson, or if they bring that guy here, I don't want in Kyrie Irving,
Or is
you
Jaden
best
Ivey
believe
going to be
Julius
on the
Randle-
bench?
You best believe Julius Randle is going to acquiesce and allow them guys to do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And let's not, and then plus 2, come on, man. Let's not act like Julius Randle don't want to win basketball games. Right? These cats on this NBA level want to win. They don't care nothing about tanking for tomorrow. These dudes want to win.
Absolutely.
That's why when you see Julius, that's why when you see Julius Randle getting double teamed and he see Quentin Grimes in the corner, he like, do I kick out the Grimes in the corner? Because the closeout is already there. The dude is already on Grimes. Is Grimes now? If I pass it to him, Grimes is gonna have to dribble, put the ball on the floor, make a play, and that's not his strength. So now Julius hold the ball, right? And then he's looking around for RJ. But the defense knows RJ can catch it and get to the basket at will. So they're overplaying RJ through the passing lane. Now Julius Randle is ISOing because Grimes is not a playmaker, right? Quickly is not a shot maker. RJ is being overplayed by the defense, right? And now the center is double teaming Randle because Mitchell Robinson is not an offensive threat. And yet we say Randle wants to ISO. This is basketball stuff.
I agree with you. I never bought into this argument that some Knicks fans had that, he's jealous of RJ. Look at some parts of that last year where we put the ball in RJ's hands as it wasn't working. I didn't see Randle my issues with Randle was more body language, leadership, but I never thought he's not jealous of his teammates. I've never made that argument. He wants to win. I've never made that argument. I think what he needs to do is part of it's the front office, build it around him. Julius has got to get his 3-point shot back, and he's got to also work on his post and pick and roll game off the ball. Once he gets it in the pick and roll,
but he's not a role man. That's the
I'd like
another
him to
thing.
be. I'd like him to learn that.
But he's not. But he's not. But the thing. But Spree, to be a role man means you're gonna have nicks and bruises and stuff all season long because you're constantly running through traffic, getting hit and bumped all game. Only certain guys want to do that. You notice role men, rim runners don't do nothing else.
Hey,
you ever seen a role man also be a primary ball handler?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Who?
I've seen LeBron James be a role man.
You ain't never seen LeBron go in the
Yes.
roll.
I've seen LeBron roll to the rim.
He'll pick and pop.
That might have been one time.
I'm just saying Julius has the body of like a LeBron. I think he can do it.
LeBron James
you know the biggest thing Julius Randle can do next year? And I think all Knicks fans will agree with this. Don't argue with the refs.
Don't do that. Right.
Get away from that. Get away from that because that's what mess up a lot of the games. You know what I mean?
Right.
Them refs stop putting that whistle in the pocket because you done argued with them all night. So they ain't even pay attention to nobody getting fouled.
Right.
Just going back to the roll to the rim thing, just really quick. Do you agree with me on this? I think you're right. There's a lot that I'm not like. He's not the best roll to the rim guy. I agree. You get Knicks.
Right now, he's a popper. He's not a roll man.
Can you agree on this? His body, he has of like guys in the NBA. He has a really strong. He's so big, like in person. He has a very strong, thick body. Where I think he could take those bruises.
Right. He has the ability to be that, right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm not disputing that. At 6'8", 250, he has a roll man body. But listen, the thing about roll men in the NBA today, these guys are leapers. Randle is not a leaper.
That's fair.
Right? Randle is not When you think
Exactly.
pick and roll, when you think about a roll man, you think Clint Capella, right? Is Randall a Clint Capella type leaper? No. Is Clint, you think
I
Jared
think
Allen?
Mitch has a roller before I think of Randall.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
what
but what I'm saying
saying.
is, like, I think he can. I think the next step phase for him when playing with the point guard is not all the time. I know he can still play the face-up game, post, and the shooting the three and off the dribble. I'm just saying, I'd like him to with his left hand. When you're a lefty, you can. Guys in the NBA are scared of lefties. They don't know how to play against lefties. Off the rolling off of a point guard, he could finish creatively with his body and get to the line more.
And work on that left
Yeah,
hand.
but do you
Get a
think-
right hand,
hold on.
Randall.
You know, Julius Randle reminds me a lot like Charles Oakley. So when I look at Julius Randle and I look at Charles Oakley, I look at two similar basketball players. Randle might be able to score a little bit more and pass a little bit better. I get that. But when I look at the two guys' similarities, what I see is that is no way possible for the guy to be our number one player on this team. And for him to come out acting like a jerk 90% of the time, and then he comes out and he's not even getting along with his teammates. Like, come on. Like when have I ever seen Julius Randle and Obi Toppin like on the sideline, like just chilling and bullshitting and having a great time? Never. No, it wasn't about that. It's about Julius Randle wanting the team to be his own. He said, New York, we're here. And then the fans turned on him. And then he turned on the fans. And everybody wants to forget everything like that. The bottom line is Julius Randle is a Charles Oakley. And I will trade him.
Man. Tricky, I'm going to save you from yourself. If you say, and I'm going to tell you what, I like Charles Oakley. Right. Charles Oakley ain't nowhere close to Julius.
Oakley's a beast.
No.
He's a beast.
Nowhere close.
No.
Nowhere close.
They're totally different.
Yeah,
Two different ball players.
And to be honest, the one thing that Oakley is great at, Julius is just as good, right? At rebounding. Oakley would average, 11 rebounds a game for his career? Julius Randle is averaging about 10, right? And here's the other thing I would say about the Julius Randle accepting another role thing. And we forget about this stuff because we watch other teams, but we don't watch ourselves, right? If you turn Randle into a role man, who is going to get the role man the ball? I just told y'all the Knicks are 30th in assists. So you take your best, the ball. You take your best offensive weapon, right, and turn them. You take your running back and turn them into a tight end. Who's going to throw the tight end the ball?
Mr. Ivy.
You gotta. It's like when and pardon this analogy, I like to pick on this team called the Miami Dolphins, right? I like to pick on the Jets and the Dolphins, right? But the Jets had a running back named Ricky Williams, right? Y'all remember Run Ricky Run? Run Ricky Run.
You mean the Dolphins had him?
Yeah, the Dolphins had him.
The Dolphins. I'm sorry. The Dolphins.
Yeah,
the Dolphins had a running back. I'm sorry.
Ugly green uniform.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Ricky Williams with the dreadlocks, the long dreadlocks.
Right, and so what it is they wanted to start getting Ricky Williams the ball more, so they're like, let's throw it to Ricky. They're like, why you want to throw Ricky the ball and you got Ronnie Brown, right? So the dude is, you know what? The dude was like, you know what? Let's just take the quarterback off the field and let's just flick this ball back and forth between Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams.
The Wildcat.
You remember that? You remember that?
Wildcat.
Yeah. I remember that, Freezy. That's sad.
Right, Freezy, that was a Pop Warner. That was a Pop Warner play. Brought into the NFL.
That was a Pop Warner offense, and the funny thing about it is the week before. About a month.
We
before
smashed
that,
New England with that.
Right. About a month before that, the Atlanta Falcons did it to the Carolina Panthers because the Atlanta Falcons quarterback was hurt. A dude named Chris Redmond was hurt, right? And the backup was trash. And so Atlanta ran that against Carolina, you know what I'm saying, for the whole game. And they didn't call it the Wildcat, right? They didn't call it that. They just called it whatever. And then Miami started doing it. And so you got to take account to the fact that Ronnie Brown while he's not a quarterback, could throw the ball a little teeny bit.
That's what everybody
Right.
started doing the RPO after Miami with that.
Right. And so what I'm saying is that works if you have roster flexibility, right? Putting Randall as the role man does not make Randall better or your guards better, because the fact is that the guards are 30th in the league in assists.
Right.
If they
And
can't
if you look
pass,
at Randall's game, Randall operate better in space.
right?
He does.
If you
But I
can't
just wanna
throw
s-
a lob to Mitchell Robinson, who has excellent hands in the air. Now his hands on the ground ain't so good, but in the air,
You're right.
you know what I'm saying? He can catch it and finish, right?
I think
If your guards can't even hit a 7-foot athletic freak on a lob play, what makes you think they're gonna be able to squeeze a pass through traffic to Julius Randle, who is not a vertical threat?
I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
I'm assuming that we get a point.
Randall.
I'm assuming I gotta go. I gotta run in a second before my wife kills me. But just one thing on Randall. I'm assuming we get a point guard that we can get him the ball. That was my assumption. And two, all I'm saying, I agree with you. I want to play to his strengths. Man's point, he operates better in space. However,
he does.
when you're a star, I want more tools to the bag to be added. RJ last year added more tools. Like, I want to put force on the defense. RJ got to the rim at will. He couldn't finish all the time, but he was getting to the line. Randall last year, if you look at the stats, my guy Ethan and Hadouken, who are more stat guys and analytic guys than me that are geniuses, Julius did not get to the line as much. I just want him to play with force, whatever that means. I'm not an expert. I know nothing. You guys have a good night.
Hey, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, Spree, it's good to see you too, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
love you
Spree,
guys.
it's been a minute.
Let's have a good night
man,
tomorrow.
No doubt.
Good. I'm about to run myself, but Spree kind of went where I was going. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if come Friday, come Saturday, Julius Randle is still on this team, and we somehow get a point guard, a real one, I'm telling y'all right now, Julius Randle will have a bounce back year.
Oh, you better look out.
Y'all go ahead and mark it down. 1:13 p.m. I'm telling you right now, Julius Randle is super motivated. That man done heard the chatter. He done heard the talks.
I ain't buying it, man. I don't know, man.
You ain't got to buy it.
No. I'll buy it if Randall straight up looks at Tibbs and says, "You better play this guy." I'll buy it. If Randall looks at Tibbs and says, "Play this guy, Jaden Ivey or whoever we get a point guard."
And the last thing, tell RJ to get his behind in the gym and shoot free throws all summer.
All summer.
Hey Ron, who you like tomorrow if we stay put at 11?
At 11, if this guy can fall to us, I'm gonna be happy. I don't think he will. I want Johnny Bryant.
Johnny Davis.
Yeah,
Johnny Davis. We already got.
Hey,
Johnny
every single
Bryant,
time
bro.
it's Johnny Bryant.
We know what you meant though. We know what you meant though.
Yeah,
Johnny Davis. But I'm gonna tell you
we
another
got
guy who's kind of a sleeper for me. Is two guys. One of them can shoot the lights out of the gym, and I hate the team he played for in college because I'm a North Carolina fan. That guy at Duke, 40-something% from three.
Sharp.
AJ Griffin.
There's a lot.
AJ Griffin.
Yes.
And if it ain't AJ Griffin, if we can somehow get Malachi Branham.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? One question subliminal.
But hey, have a good one, man.
All
right, Ron, we see you in the morning, bro.
Yes, sir.
Good night, Ron. Our second pick, isn't that late first round?
It's 42.
Okay, so who we getting there though? I'm just curious. You know, I think the Knicks might trade up. I'm hoping they do. But I'm saying, like, with that pick in the second round, who we getting? If Mitch is re-signing, now we can rethink options. Like, so at that pick at 42, who you taking?
I take Andrew Nimbard, the facilitator that somebody we don't have that facilitates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think is that a West Coast bias?
I've never heard of him. Ever heard of him?
That's someone that can challenge Deuce. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving Deuce the keys to run a second unit. You know, if Rose goes down and if we don't have a starting point guard, you know.
So you're going point guard there then?
If we keep Mitch, there's no reason to go for a center. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Like you go point. I just never heard of him. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
At 42, I'm going Kai Soto.
42. Oh, if he's there. No way Kai Soto's there at 42.
If we get Kai Soto at 42, every show at Knicks after party is gonna be about Kai Soto.
Kai Soto. Yeah.
Breezy, do you really think he's gonna be there at 42?
Yeah, I think he might go undrafted.
I heard first round too. I've heard first round with him because of his potential. I'm just saying, I heard it.
I think he's a guy polarizing like Luka Garza was last year. You remember Luka Garza?
Yeah, man, and he played well for the Pistons. You know, a little bit. They didn't play much.
Yeah. I'm not saying that he's I'm not saying he's a bad player. What I'm saying is that he is polarizing. Like some people see him as a first, and some people see him as going undrafted. And so what I'm saying is I think he's somewhere in the middle. And you know what I'm saying? And so would I take a second round pick over Kai Soto and put him in the G League and give Farron Hunt a guaranteed deal? Yes. That's what I would do. I would give either Sims or Hunt a guaranteed deal and put Kai Soto in the G League. Yeah.
I can't
more likely Sims because Sims' contract is coming up.
So I'm gonna say one more thing. This is all I'm gonna say. I'm checking out. I respect Coley, Subliminal. Thank you, Uncle Freezy. Thank you, Nice especially. I met Nice on For Our Love of the Game. Subscribe to that. You guys have a great night tonight. Tricky Nicky's out. I like to stir up the pot a little bit, not try to get it too crazy. I don't like getting kicked off, but I usually do. But anyways, you guys have a great night, and let's get these Knicks tomorrow night. Come on, man. Let's go up. Let's get Jaden Ivey tomorrow night. I love you guys. Thank you for the time on your channel.
All right.
Great night.
All right, peace, bro. All right. So Subliminal, I'm with you, bro, on the what happens if we stay still thing. Right? And Nice, I don't know why. Sometimes when people jump on, you and Cully just don't get the chance to rock, man. So
yeah, man.
So what I was gonna do is acquiesce to you guys. You know what I'm saying? So that y'all can rock. Yeah, y'all gonna be here for y'all can hang out for a little while?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. What I want to ask y'all is the same question that subbed. Yo, and for people that don't know, Subliminal 209 is like the for lack of way to describe it, he's the villain from a James Bond movie, so to speak. It's like, in case you don't know about James Bond movies will legit name the name of the movie after the villain. Right? Like, how is this a James Bond movie and you naming it after the villain? And I'm not calling Sub the villain. What I'm saying is, like, he thinks so far ahead in these scenarios. Like, he thinks through all these possibilities, like, and we just doing step by step. You know what I'm saying? And so when Sub says, I'll ask, hey, what happens if we stay pat? So that means Sub has already through the what if we don't get, what do we have to pay for DeJounte Murray scenario? What about Malcolm Brogdon? Right. What if we don't get Jaden Ivey? Right. Is Kyrie Irving thing real? What happens if what teams are asking is too much for us to pay? You know what I'm saying? What happens if we just have to stay pat and pick a guy? Now Sub has me thinking like, wow. What if a king's ransom is too much for these players? Right? What if we have to stay pat? What if we don't trade back? What do we do then? And so Nice, I'm asking you, right? I'm asking you and Cully, like, what happens if we are just forced to stay pat?
Because now you're hearing a lot of the AJ Griffin rumors that he may fall to us and that the Knicks like him at 11.
Right.
And what do the Knicks need? What do they talk about? Shooters and wings. And if you want one of the best 3-point shooters in the draft, that went to a good school, 47%, then why not take him? I don't know. I'm just asking what his opinion is.
Well,
how do you feel about it?
Killer Cully.
No,
Cully goat in the building.
I was gonna say what wing? Wait, what wing y'all talking about?
AJ Griffin.
Oh,
there's a lot of rumors to the Knicks getting him at 11.
Oh, okay.
I believe they worked. He was one of the players they worked out. I believe. Let me look it up. But why
I already know. They have an interest in him. I think Tom Thibodeau. I already know Tom Thibodeau.
Okay.
Tom Thibodeau's cool with his dad. I think it's Adrian Griffin. He's tight with his pops. I already know. There's some interest there, mutual interest. It is what it is. Am I crazy about the pick if we get him? No. But, I mean, I'll deal with it.
But he was one of the players that originally was mocked 5th, in the beginning before the tournament even started. And then he kind of fell back. But we were talking about him back then that, he was a good 3-point shooter, that we liked his style of play. He could also be a Jimmy Butler replica, RJ Barrett replica, so someone similar to that. At that time, at least I was, with some of his game. Yes, the injury to me is what's concerning, the history with the knee injuries and then the ankle injuries, kind of how Michael Porter Jr. fell out of the draft because of that back injury. Right. Do we want to take a risk at someone? To me, it is injury prone because it's not just the knees, it's the ankles as well. For me, we gotta hit as far as this player being either, potential starter, backup right now, or something. We can't have a Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox.
What is his rate in defense? AJ Griffin.
Not good right now. Not good.
Forget about it. It's going to be another Evan Fournier with Kemba Walker. Because we looking for shooters, but at the same time, we are forgetting about players as in the Knicks that needs a defense to succeed. Like Randall needs defense in the team. If he doesn't have defense, we're gonna see another Randall's performance that we had this year.
Right. Okay.
And if that's the case, now I'm not high about AJ Griffin. I'm not high about nobody after AJ Griffin. I'm high on top 7. That's it. If worst case scenario we do stay in 11, it is what it is. I'm looking forward for a draft, open market, but something has to be done in the open market. That's why I'd rather kick everything right now and be like, something, get somebody great this draft night. Like at least if you get it in this order, Jalen Ivey, Ben Mathurin second, or Johnny Davis third. If you have it in that order, you have something special, because at least 2 of them is predicted of being all-star caliber. One of them is his hard work and his desire of actually working enough time in the gym and getting better, and that's Johnny Davis. So I don't have no problem with Johnny Davis. That's something that I wish to have, because if we already see it with Quickly, we see it in Deuce, we see it in Obi, that they are gym rats. It won't hurt us to have more gym rats, because it's just gonna rub off on other players. Like, nah, this dude is outworking me. I need to go back to the gym. So it's a nice type of culture that you build in the Knicks.
Right, because competition brings out the best in players.
Exactly. Exactly.
The harder you work, the harder it makes me want to work. You know what I'm saying? And it builds that chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm a starter, but you're not too far behind me. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, that's kind of how it was last year in Summer League. When IQ saw McBride and Grimes, alongside him in the Summer League, like, he had to step his game up. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I feel you. Like, Davis would be one of those guys that could, not skip a beat and just be added to that as well. That's why I'm so high on him too, because people be sleeping on defense. Defense, you got to have an IQ on defense. You have to have that awareness of where guys are going to be in their spots. You know what I'm saying? Where the ball's going to bounce off the rim, which angles to take. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have that as well. So you can't, if you don't have that defensive awareness, then a lot of people, you just can't learn it. It takes time. You just gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? Either you have it or you don't. So for me, it takes a long time to kind of figure that out. You know, when you're calling screens out, when you're looking at your peripherals, knowing that guy's cutting back door, communication, all that, it just takes a lot. And if it comes down to your character, and if you're not an outspoken person like Mitch was, it takes even longer to learn those types of things. So yeah, I'm more higher on checking more of the boxes, offensive and defensively. That's why if those guys are gone, that's why I'm so high on Sohan. At least you know he's going to give you that defensive ability at all 5 positions. And I know my boy Cuddy's high on Tari Eason for those reasons as well. So if you're gonna go that route, or like Ung said, swing for the fences and go after Ousmane Dang. You know what I'm saying? Someone who could be a Paul George.
I truly have a hunch with Johnny Davis. Even though I want Jalen Ivey bad in this team, but I have a hunch with Johnny Davis. I have a feeling like he's like an alpha male, and he's gonna direct just look at Bullock. Bullock actually directed traffic, telling other people where to go, where to defend. I feel like Johnny Davis is going to have that approach, like to the team, telling other people in the team what to do when they looking lost.
Yep.
Hey, just as a so guys, what are we doing tomorrow? Are we doing the Knicks after party or the Knicks at night podcast? Y'all want to do the Knicks after party tomorrow night, right?
Tomorrow's the big day, right?
Yeah.
Why not run the show?
Right. And for some that think it's just semantics, it's not really, because on the Knicks at Night podcast, I'm the host. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding it down. I man it my way, right? But on Knicks after party, Cully and Subliminal 209 host, even though I'll be present, and they run it their way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we doing Knicks after party, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
So you doing a live stream then during the draft?
Yeah.
Or you don't know yet? Okay, so go ahead and you know what I'm saying, run that show, and then as soon as this draft's over with, it should be over at around 11. We'll do Knicks after party at that point, and then you know, have two different shows going on.
Right. And the reason why I say that is because I want to do the thumbnail stuff now. Yeah. Because the thing is today now it's going to be super busy. Like, because I'm going to be jumping in and out of things on Nothing But Knicks. And shout out to Sim Russell, the Podfather. Nothing But Knicks, man. They have a lot of stuff going on. So even though I'm going to be doing some stuff here, I'm going to be doing some stuff over there too. And we just going to be rocking all day. You know what I'm saying? All day long with that. You know what I'm saying? We'll end at 7:30. So in 6 hours. In 6 hours, we're going to get it crank up with vibes and stuff live in the morning. And then we just no sleep till Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? No sleep till Brooklyn, bro. You know
what do you guys feel that's going to happen tomorrow? You guys think that the possibility is going to be there?
I think ultimately, I can see the Knicks, right? Just today, right? Today, like DPE said, today, ultimately, I can see the Knicks just drafting at 11 and drafting at 42. And the reason why I don't see the Knicks leaving this draft with 2 first-round picks is because a first-round pick is a guaranteed 4-year deal, right? So no matter if you take 42 and something and trade up to 20, whoever you pick at 20 is on that RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish type contract, 4 years. Now the clock is counting down, and then you got to do the first round pick money. And so I don't see them doing that. I can see the Knicks trading up to 31. I think 31, 32, 33 will be more valuable than 28, 29, 30. Because ultimately, I think all of those guys are the same player, but the contracts will be different. Right. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like how Miles McBride and Rokas Jokubaitis were picked at 34 and 36, and how their contract is structured differently than Quentin Grimes, who was picked in the mid-20s.
That's another one we haven't been talking about is Rokas Jokubaitis could be on the move tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's gone, bro.
As a trade, you know what I'm saying? Trade piece because he's not over here. You know, he's choosing to stay over there because we got Tibbs. We got Tibbs for another year. That'll be 2 years that he's not going to come over and join the Knicks. So at that point, see what you get out of him. You know what I'm saying? See what other pieces you get. You know, get to move back up into the draft or backwards. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that Spurs deal may have some legs if they're trying to blow it up. You know what I'm saying? And bring in a Cam, and then we get the 9 and 20, and then like Unc said, we even move back further, trade the 20, get out of the first round, and collect some more second round assets.
Does the 9 look like a Johnny Davis?
And man, if they trade up the 9 to get Johnny Davis, I swear I'm gonna jump my fat behind out this plate glass window over here.
No. But what I mean, do you think that Johnny Davis won't be selected before that?
Not before 9.
Nah.
Oh, so man.
Nah.
With a 9 or a Portland, because something's telling me Portland is looking very, very intriguing. Just because Portland is going to try to actually go around, let's say, build around people with Dame Lillard that actually could get a championship or run for a championship. That's why I don't feel like they highly about that pick. I see us actually doing 7, but if we could get Johnny Davis in 9, yeah, let's run it with 9.
Nah, bro. That Johnny Davis kid is. Why do you need another Quentin Grimes?
It's not that. I'm telling you, like Johnny Davis, bro. I feel like he's the motor, bro. Like he's going to push these players.
He gonna play harder. You think he gonna play harder than guys that we already have?
I don't know.
RJ Barrett don't play hard. McBride don't play. Quickly don't play hard.
The only thing that bothers me with RJ Barrett is his shot selection. Okay. If he could just fix that and just take minimum shots or just take shots that he feel purely comfortable, I don't have a problem with RJ Barrett. But he's not a kid. He be taking too many stupid shot selection. Having 2 or 3 defenders is like having another Randall.
And Davis got that midi game though. He could pull up and hit the midi. That's something that Grimes and RJ don't do. And Davis was getting 8 boards in college. Not to say he's gonna get 8 boards in the NBA though, but he ain't scared to go out there and clean the glass.
Yeah,
and get those extra possessions, whether it's on the offensive and the defense end. So even though Quentin Grimes may just be a plain ham sandwich, at least Johnny Davis is a Subway sandwich though. You know what I'm saying?
Almost, yeah. He almost is almost a Subway sandwich.
Jimmy John sandwich, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, you know.
Yeah,
he ain't no regular plain sandwich though.
$5 he just a ham sandwich with tomato on it. Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I think of all the picks between 7 and 13, I think Johnny Davis is the least fancy, at least with say Ben Mathurin, say 7 through 13. At least Ben Mathurin, you could say, hey man, Ben Mathurin has a 41-inch vertical, and he's got that. Whether he has the talent or not is one thing, but Ben Mathurin has this thing where I hate the word chip on your shoulder.
Yeah,
but Ben Mathurin has this thing where he felt disrespected that he wasn't projected to be a top 5 pick last year.
Yep.
And he came back and he's still not projected to be a top 5 pick. With all the talent.
I feel like Arizona had more talent on their team though. You know what I'm saying? They had Colocolo, they had Darlin Terry, they had, you know, then they had somebody else. I want to say he was a small power forward, you know what I'm saying? I can't think of his name right now though, but he averaged a double-double. So they had 4 guys on their team that averaged double-doubles, you know what I'm saying, where Johnny didn't have as much help. And, you know what I'm saying, like look at guys that are in the draft from Wisconsin.
So Johnny did have help,
right? Not as much though.
Johnny
didn't have 4 guys in double doubles
because they had what's the power forward from Wisconsin? I think they got a big from Wisconsin.
They got a big, yeah. I can't think of one right now either.
I forgot the big's name. And doesn't Johnny's brother play for them too?
I'm not sure.
Wisconsin.
I don't know.
But I hear you though. I'll take Matherin over Johnny though. But
Yeah.
it's just, he's just not going to be there.
I'm going with Matt over
To
Johnny.
me, I think Portland is the one that's going to kind of throw everybody off though, because like you guys mentioned that they're in win mode right now. I feel because they hired Mike Schmitz that he has the Rolodex of everybody in the draft, so he knows even if they move back, they're still going to get a good player. You know what I'm saying? That fits their team. So I feel like they will trade that. They can trade that number 7 pick. You know what I'm saying, to bring an established player in and just get somebody else later on at the end of the round. But I don't think it'd be us because our best piece. I mean, it could be a Cam. Do you think they would take a Cam?
No, Portland wants Burks, Noel, and the
Burks and Noel. Yeah,
yeah. That's
would y'all give that up to Portland?
Oh yeah, I'll give it.
I would give them that, bro. I would, and not only would I would make Leon Rose walk it to Portland. hey, big boy, get your big behind up and walk this thing out there to Portland.
Let me get that ticket for number 7.
Yeah.
Just think about it. We now we don't even need to be thinking about having too many vets actually playing when we want to see the young studs actually playing or getting more playing time. Because the only young stud that we have that actually has enough playing time is RJ Barrett. Then with everybody else, is a coin flips. It all depends on how Tibbs feels that day.
Yeah. How do y'all feel about OG Anunoby?
I like him.
I knew Kelly was gonna say something. That's Kelly's guy. He brings up all the time.
Yeah, I like OG Anunoby, man. I don't know how much he getting paid. Was he 16, 17? I don't know. I don't know the ballpark range, but
let me. I'm gonna pull up Spot Track real quick, or Spo Track, however you say it. Man, these websites have weird names. Says the dude that created a YouTube channel called Blorange Tears. But so OG Anunoby makes 17 mil, and he has 3 years left. 3 years left on that deal on his rookie extension. Right? And would y'all look at I think what they are looking to do, Toronto, is looking for a spot to put Scotty Barnes in the starting lineup. Right? It's less about the money and more about a guy to make room for Scotty Barnes.
Like a guy you invest in. They want to invest in Barnes.
Right. Would you guys be interested in doing, say, a 2024 first for OG Anunoby and maybe give them Derrick Rose?
When you say
or because they're not going to take much salary, they probably want to do a salary match, right?
Oh, so you're saying give them a 24 first?
Yeah, for OG.
Because it would match with him and D Rose.
And yeah. Or and say give them a 2024 first, and they give us a 2027 first. You know what I'm saying?
As long as I get one back, I would hope they should. I'd rather a 2025 first than maybe we're talking.
Yeah, and the thing about JJ. So the thing about Scotty Barnes starting, Scotty Barnes started when OG Anunoby was hurt. When OG Anunoby came back, Barnes came off the bench, and then when Spicy P got hurt, Scotty Barnes started. So they had a 3-man rotation of guys, and then guys were out in and out, and y'all know how it is. You know what I'm saying? I would say this, Cully. I would do that deal with Portland, and I know Portland is probably mulling that offer right now. Like, I think we'll do it. I just need some time to think about it. If I were the Knicks, I would offer them something else too. Like, here, take these 2 second-round picks from the 2023 draft. The ones that are projected to be at the end of the second round.
But even just think about it this way, Uncle. That 2 pick could go for another deal, because if they're already interested enough, and if sources is right that Portland is looking quite intrigued of Knicks' offer, between Noel Burks and the 11 pick, why you won't want to give him more if it seems like the ball is settling right there?
And the reason why is because ultimately I'm looking at the 4 pick. So the sooner I can get the 7 pick, the sooner I can offer it to Sacramento for the 4 pick and something. 7 and something for 4. But I can't offer 7 until I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. I'm not looking to do just an overpay for the sake of overpaying. Because even if you offer 11 and them 2 seconds, man, Sacramento, them 2 seconds don't mean nothing to Sacramento.
But who does Sacramento want? Is Keegan Murray?
To be honest with you, I don't care.
Yeah, but if they want Keegan Murray, is he gonna be there on number 7?
I don't know.
Maybe he could be.
I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so.
I don't know. But what I could tell him is this: let us give you all this stuff for 4. You can move back to 7, and you can still get Johnny Davis.
Yeah,
because you think Johnny Davis will be there at 7?
Oh yeah, he's still gonna be there.
Yeah, so now you go to Sacramento and be like, hey, listen, take Johnny Davis at 7 to go with De'Aaron Fox and Davion Mitchell and Dante DiVincenzo. Now you have a pretty good looking backcourt for the future.
Yeah,
that's what I'm suggesting to them. But they're smart enough to know that already. So when we come to them with 7, all we did was give up. All we did is a salary dump.
Yeah.
Think about it. We dump salary and move up at the same time.
Yeah.
Why not do it?
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
If that happens, man, I don't even think I'm going to sleep just because you said that.
Yeah, because think about it, man. We legit come off $19 million, right? So we come off $19 million, and Joakim Noah come off the books. So Cully, I know Cully gonna jump down my throat. Cully, go just listen. Don't put my hand on a chopping block, right? Just hear me out, okay? So you do the deal with Portland, right? For you giving them Burks and Noel, 19 mil come off the books, right? Joakim Noah's the last year of the Joakim Noah stretch provision comes off the books.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
That's $25.5 million that you can offer Miles Bridges in restricted free agency.
Okay.
So in theory, you can get the number 7 pick and Miles Bridges in the same summer. Would you be willing to do that?
Who did you say we was giving up? Because I thought I missed.
For in the Portland trade?
No, I mean, no. You said okay to clear up for the 25. Okay, you said the Joakim Noah stretch.
That's $6.5 million. Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming up. That's how much?
6.5.
6.5. Okay.
Burks is leaving.
Alec Burks is 10.
Noel is leaving too.
And Noel is 9.
Okay, so
you got 10, 9, and 6.5.
Okay, so them 3 is leaving, and then what else we gave up?
And Cam Reddish also leaving. Because
I
think Cam Reddish is going to be traded for the picks.
Oh, if Cam Reddish is in the deal, then I think Cam is making like $5 million. So that's $30.5 million.
3 players. What's that? 3 players right there. 3 players right there. The stretch provision.
Yeah.
And this is to get the 7th, right? But at the same time, it clears up space, right?
No, to get the 4.
Space. That's to get the 4.
No. I'm not thinking about the 4 yet. No. We moving too fast. What I'm saying is say if they just keep the 7 pick, right? Right. You would have $30.5 million that you could chase Miles Bridges in unrestricted free agency,
and you get the 7th
and the 7th pick. So in theory, you could get who's projected to go 7? I'm gonna pull up Tankathon real quick.
Sharp, Mathurin,
Shaden Sharp,
Keegan Murray. No, between Mathurin, Mathurin, Davis, Johnny Davis.
Benedict Mathurin is who they say Portland is going to take. Tankathon says is going to take.
He's falling in that range anyway. 7, 8. Sochin and Johnny Davis, AJ Griffin, them guys. They all falling in that range.
Because Tankathon right now, Tankathon has the draft order as Jabari Smith, Chet Holmgren, Paolo Banchero, Jaden Ivey at 4, Keegan Murray at 5, Dyson Daniels at 6, Ben Mathurin at 7, Usman. Wow.
Usman went to 8.
At 8.
Usman
Wow, that's crazy.
Shot up that high. Wow. I wanted that.
Wow.
That's one of the wings I wanted. I wanted Usman Dang a lot, man. And he just shot up like that.
And Johnny Davis
overnight.
AJ Griffin is falling to AJ Griffin at 14.
I'm good on AJ.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead.
Right. And so anyway, regardless who you pick at 7, whoever your heart desires at 7. Whoever your heart desires at 7 and Miles Bridges. Would you feel like that's a great night for the Knicks?
I'll take exactly. No, yeah.
Okay.
I would because of I like Miles Bridges, so
right, and so whoever your heart desires at 7, and if you still love RJ Barrett, that means all these knocks on RJ Barrett's game, all of that, RJ Barrett too stiff. Him and Obi on defense, man. Obi stiff in the shoulders. RJ Barrett stiff in the way. He not agile enough, right?
Yeah,
all of
we know.
All of a sudden, you get Miles Bridges, and it solves all of that.
Yeah, it's all of that. Another lefty too, but all of that.
Right, and then at 42, you can get a do-it-all combo guard like an Andrew Nimmard. Right, right, and now, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I think Nimmard right now is just as good as Grimes. Better offensively than Grimes.
He's better offensively, yeah. They both do the same thing.
Right. The 6'4" combo guard. Can guard 1, 2.
They play defense.
Nimmer can facilitate though. He can hit the pocket. He hit the pocket pass. He's better in the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
High IQ. Yeah. So
and he's clutch. He's got a clutch gene to him.
He's pretty good at knowing when to get his shot off. Yeah, he knows he has a good balance of that. So
yeah, he hit that shot. Remember the shot he hit against UCLA in the was that the championship game or the Final Four? Was that the championship game 2 years ago or the Final Four? I can't remember, but UCLA came down and hit a shot, and he came down with ice water in his veins and just yeah. My only thing is that while he does see angles and play angles well, he don't really get to spots on the floor athletically.
That's why he needs the pick and roll. That's why I said he's deadly in the pick and roll, the pick and pop. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yep, he can make all the right passes. I told you he caught Orlando in the corner on the opposite corner when they say those swing passes, those cross court passes are a no. He hit him on point, just through traffic. Yeah, right across his chest.
With either hand too.
Yep.
Yeah, and so I don't dislike him. I just don't want to trade up and get. I don't want to draft him in the first round. Is what I'm getting at.
Right. Well, if I can, he's 36 now. He's 36.
No draft him in the first round, but yeah.
Yeah, I would him or Dalen Terry. I prefer Dalen Terry, right?
Okay.
Because every time you watch Arizona Wildcats highlights of Koloko Duncan or Mathurin Duncan, guess who's the person for getting the pass? It's Terry. Right. So I like. You know what? I could see a scenario where we get both of them. Now I could see the Knicks taking those 2023 second round picks, trading up into the second round of this draft, right? And getting a guy like Dalen Terry or Alondas Williams or Andrew Nimmard and bringing them in because you don't want to. I would rather have a prospect. The only thing is Nimmard is old as dirt. I think Nimmard used to babysit Obi Toppin. That's how old he is. And Andrew Nimmard used to babysit Chris Duarte. That's how old he is. Now I'm joking, but people forget Nimmard played 2 years at Florida. Or was it 3 years at Florida? 3 years at Florida. 2 years at Florida before transferring to Gonzaga.
Yeah. He's over 22 and a half over. So yeah, he's old.
Yeah.
But that just means he has knowledge up there, though. That's all that means. You know what I mean?
And that means he played at 2 high-level programs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he played or got ran out of town by 1 high-level point guard in Trey Mann and went to go play with Jalen Suggs, another dude that was a first round pick. You know what I'm saying? So he does have limitations, but at the same time, he makes up for his limitations with basketball IQ and court savvy.
Right.
So
that's what I'm saying. We're always looking for somebody to run the second unit. You know what I mean?
I always thought he is a short. What's the point guard?
Tyus Jones?
No, the point guard Orlando used to have with Dwight Howard.
Ray Paul.
Augustine?
No, the one they got from St. Joseph's.
Jameer Nelson, no?
Jameer Nelson.
Jameer Nelson, yeah.
He is a short Jameer Nelson. That's who I think. That's who I always think of when I see him. When I see him, I think of that's a good catch right there, Cully. Like he's a shorter version of Jameer Nelson.
Which guard? Which guard you talking about?
Nimard.
Isn't number like 6'4" though? No,
6'3".
No. I mean, Jameer Nelson is a short. I mean, a taller version of Jameer Nelson. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
A taller version of Jameer Nelson, like a guy that's not necessarily looking to shoot, does let the game come to him, but is unselfish. But with that game on the line, he is clutch city, bro. Like he is the dude that he's not gonna let your team lose. You know what I'm saying? He the dude like you know how dudes crank it into gear and play extra hard physically. Nimard is the intellectual guy. You like, how did he see Roger Federer that wide open? I forget the kid name that used to play with them. What's the kid name that looked like Roger Federer? The dude with the long hair. Not Drew Timmy, the other dude that went to the Wizards.
Oh, Kispert.
Yeah, he was like, yo, how did Kispert get that wide open? It's because on the strong side of the defense, Nimard made the defense collapse and saw Kispert the whole way. Kispert's not an elite athlete, so he drew the defense away from Kispert, right? Drew the defense to himself and kicked it out to Kispert for a wide open three. And that's a lost art in the NBA, right? Making others better is a lost art in the NBA.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, IQ could take a couple lessons from that cat. Just, you know. So you put a guy like that in the locker room and on the court, like, yeah, he going to pick up some of those good habits. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. I agree with you. And I would say this, too. If the Knicks get Dalen Terry and Nimard or either, Miles McBride is in trouble.
That's what, because I was about to ask, what are we doing with McBride if we get one of those guys?
Bye.
Oh, man.
Because you can get a ham sandwich on any corner in New York City.
Come on. Right? So we just getting rid of guys just like that, man.
Yeah, Cully, I mean, you don't keep ham sandwiches forever, bro. They ham sandwiches. It's like when my first comparison to them. Y'all remember the first remember when we was doing splinters in your behind?
Yeah.
And I was calling them dudes a slice of pizza. I was like, you can get a slice of pizza off any corner in New York City, right? Remember when you were saying that? And Katz was like, but I don't know, some pizzas are, and I'm like, okay, well, here, ham sandwich.
You know something, Freezy? I feel like they all safe to still play for the Knicks because their name hasn't been brought up. Not RJ, not Quickly, not Obi, not Grimes, not dudes. Like you hear everybody except those players. So I still feel like they trying to build a culture and keep that young roster together because they see something even more further along the lines. So for the last 2 years, they have been drafting right. The only thing is that certain things hasn't been clicking. And I feel like even the front office, they acknowledge that they screwed up by trading Burks, trading or getting rid of Payton because it really damaged Julius Randle. But I feel like they're gonna get it right this year.
Right.
How right is right though. Like home run, we hitting a.
We're gonna hit a home run. Listen to my. Like the main reason that you see dudes and Grimes not even playing or Obi and Quickly, this is me just thinking, what's the name of it? Well, you know what I mean. Just thinking a little bit outside the box. They see that they have something special with those four, and they don't want to show a little bit too much. So they gonna fit the narrative. Like everybody knows Tibbs that he's not gonna play the young cats. Tibbs, do not play the young cats. So a lot of teams they see what the Knicks has, but they don't see how far of the play that they have as a young stars like Obi, IQ, Dudes, and Grimes. They can't see that much because they haven't played that much. But I think that they purposely haven't been playing them because they don't. Whenever they get to a trade discussion, they don't want their name involved. They rather just trade somebody else, but those four.
I kind of heard Obi's name thrown in that one scenario. I think it was the Pistons if they didn't want Cam, but I don't know if it has any legs to it. I mean, and IQ too, but that was just that one team.
But who have you heard even more? Cam, Obi.
Oh yeah, you heard a lot of Cam. But we know that he's not. That Tibbs doesn't play him. So at this point, if you're not going to pay that man because it's a contract year, then you got to get something in return, or else it's going to be another situation like Mitch, where he's just going to walk in free agency, and you just gave up a first round.
I feel like if you could pay Noel that didn't play, you can see what this guy has at least.
What's the rumors with Mitch? Didn't they mention something about 48 or something around 40?
Yeah, 11 million. Yeah.
Hey, if that's the case, that's a good bargain.
That's a steal. That's a steal.
Yeah.
I don't want to get no more Jalen Durant talk if we keep it Mitch. I don't want to hear no more Jalen Durant, please.
I didn't want to hear any Jalen Durant from the jump.
Yeah, I don't hear no more. I don't hear no more of this big man talk, man.
But what's up, Mitch Robinson? Top 5 defender, top 10 in his position. Man, at the same time, the closest we have to a top 1 is Mitchell Robinson. Even though, dude, he can't I never seen him shooting threes or jumper like that. But hey, at least he's a top defender.
He gives full effort. That guy is all over the court, on the ground. Makes you nervous that he just throws his body around, just all willy-nilly, just not even worried about getting injured. That's the only part that makes me a little nervous when he's out there. Like, Mitch, you got to think about where your landing spots are before you just throw yourself in the air like that.
Right.
It's because he's giving his heart, just like you said. I'm giving it all.
Right. That's the one thing you can't say about Mitch. You can't say that Mitch don't play hard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And so it's. I would say, if we make the move, like if we make the move, like move up to 7, do the Portland deal, right? You can't even consider Duran.
Oh no.
Right? If you bring it back Mitch. The only thing, though, Cully, is if you don't take Duran and Mitch gets a bigger offer somewhere else, are you comfortable with Nolan's Noel being in Portland, Mitch being in that other city, say Mitch being in Orlando, right? Are you comfortable with Taj Gibson and Jericho Sims potentially at center? Or are you comfortable with bringing in a journeyman big? Bismack Biyombo, a Bismack Biyombo on a 1-year deal.
How much is that one year deal?
Peanuts.
Yeah, Freezer, you are a funny dude. Wait, so you saying it? You said what if we drafted Jalen Durant?
No. What if you don't take Duran?
Don't take him and we lose Mitch?
And we lose Mitch. Are you comfortable with Sims getting a majority of minutes at the 5?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it'll be something like Sims and Taj at the center, and some random big, some random big from somewhere. Like because I ain't gonna lie to you. I think if the Knicks don't take a big at 7, they definitely take a one at 42.
Yeah, because the Knicks always bring in 4 centers in the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's just training camp bodies, whether it's 2-way contracts, whether it's Mitch Noel's Taj, and then whoever, no Val Pal, just.
Oh my God! Every time you see it, you say I'll be wanting to throw up. Like
you heard me before. Or what was the other kid that came in super fat, and then they let him go? He had a couple.
Amari Spellman.
Yeah.
Yo, but see that's the thing.
But that's what I'm saying though. They bring in bodies. They bring in bodies like that.
Did he even play?
He played preseason.
No.
And the funny
when
thing
he was with us with the Knicks.
Yeah, he was
preseason.
208, 6'8", 284.
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy.
But the thing about it is the thing with cats like Amari Spellman is they entrance you because they look great in a limited sample size. They just come in fat. like they had him listed at 275, and they were like, "Yo, if this kid comes in shape, he's gonna be a player." And he come into camp overweight. Like Golden State knew you, man. Oh my God, man. Amari Spellman probably somewhere selling car insurance right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
but if that Mitch deal is legit and he gets signed, he has to get signed before the 30th. So we got 8 days before, or 7 days before
the new league year start.
Yeah. For his contract.
If the Knicks, this will say it all. If the Knicks do not draft a big guy on number 7, that means that Mitch is coming back. Just because.
Yeah, but we don't have to draft one either though. We could get one undrafted. We go get Kofi Coburn. You know what I'm saying? Undrafted.
I love him, man.
Yeah, just a big
Kofi Cockburn, the Illinois dude. Yeah.
yeah.
Or the French Shaq. What's the dude name?
Kamagate Ismail.
Yeah.
He's going in the second round though.
I'd rather him than those other guys than the other pigs.
Man,
yeah, I like Kamagate too because he's realistic. He's realistic in our range.
Pretty athletic, can block, can shoot. He can't shoot the 3 like that, but he shoots middies.
Yeah, he'll face you up and shoot, and he'll put you in the post too, and you know what I'm saying, go to work.
Yeah, he's pretty raw.
He's thin though. He's like, my comparison was Nerlens Noel because he's that tall, wiry guy that could guard, the perimeter a little bit too. So,
but even having Mitch in mind, if you have to choose either one of these two, Durant or Ben Mathurin. Ben Mathurin has to be it. Like regardless, his talent beside somebody that is tall enough.
I'm not taking those centers that high in the draft. You don't feature centers. you don't feature centers, man. Say 1990.
I'm not getting a center just for them to play behind. Sorry.
Better be like a Patrick Ewing or what's his name? The new Superman after Shaq.
Dwight Howard.
Howard, yeah, but at his starting point, not as he is right now.
That's what I'm saying. And man, just for them to play behind Taj, I'm good. I'm not gonna buy it because it's not exciting. Because you're not gonna see the guy. You're not gonna get to see the kid play.
Well, if you top 10, you gotta have some playing time.
You might not get to see. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how free agency going to turn out. I don't know how the next season going to turn out. But I just know a big is playing behind Taj, and if Noel is still hit, well, if they shop at Noel, maybe he'll be gone. But I just know a big is playing behind Taj, and that's probably going to be the most frustrating thing of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I would start Sims over Taj.
Though. Would, but Tibbs. Yeah. We're not. That's the thing. We would, but Tibbs has a different plan.
Well, yeah, that was last year on his rookie. His rookie year. He already has a year under his belt. He already has confidence.
I think the kid is going to be Brian Grant. I think the kid is going to be. Y'all remember Brian Grant?
Yeah,
the power forward from Portland. You remember when Portland had 1,000
power
forwards?
With the dreads?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. How you compare Brian Grant?
Yeah, I think so. You remember when Portland had Rasheed Wallace, Brian Grant, Jermaine O'Neal, all those power forwards? The Jailblazers. Remember the Jailblazers when they had Bonzi Wells, Scottie Pippen, all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's who the kid is gonna be, man. Eventually, but just like Brian Grant.
Was he that athletic, Brian Grant?
Yeah. Somebody can jump. Yeah.
I just remember him being a pretty good rebounder. That's all I remember him being.
You remember him being tough.
Yeah, he got Parkinson's.
He passed. Yeah, he passed away.
Oh, did he? Okay, because
Yeah,
I remember him going to the games and holding up the mic and it was always shaking.
Wait, who?
Brian Grant.
He passed away, really?
Yeah, he passed away. Yeah,
rest
he passed away from complications from a.
What about the one you sent me today, Kelly? He passed away too today from Portland.
Yeah, Caleb Swanigan.
Yeah,
man, that's sad, bro.
Tough. Yeah,
he was young.
He
was like 24.
That's a good
that
point.
Dude at one point was weighing 400 pounds. Yeah, I saw a story about him once.
So it was depression, right? Like, so you're not in the league anymore. You just
but he came from a big family. They a family saved him and got him in shape so he could play basketball. But then once he got out of basketball, he just went back to what he was normally doing. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. I would say I'm gonna pitch this to Cully. Cully, I think I'm gonna pitch the dream scenario to Cully. Cully, I think there's a scenario where the Knicks get 7 as trade bait to Sacramento at 4. Go get Jaden Ivey, sign Miles Bridges to an offer sheet, and have a free agency talk with Zach LaVine. Right? Now, will Zach LaVine sign with the Knicks? Who knows? No, probably not. But can you imagine what the conversation to be like in a month where the Knicks legit talk to Zach LaVine and legit talk to Miles Bridges? So it makes the front office look like they're actually trying to do something. Or Cully, think about this. What if they hit on all three? What if they do get Ivy? What if your backcourt of the future is Jaden Ivey and Zach LaVine? Miles Bridges at the 4 or at the 3. You know what I'm saying?
So your man Julius, guys. So your man Julius at the 4.
Yeah, or whatever, bro. Because think about this. Think about a lineup of Ivy, LaVine, Bridges, Obi, all on the floor at the same time.
Okay, we're talking Obi at the 4. Okay, yeah.
Man, you talking about dunkers?
Now we go from the Catholic sister school of the blind athleticism to the athleticism of the future.
You go from unathletic to unapologetic.
All at once, and I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
Here you go. Unathletic to unapologetic. There we go.
And we put that on a t-shirt, bro. Think about Ivy, LaVine, Bridges, Obi, Mitch on the floor at the same time. Now, and here's the thing. Tibbs ain't going to like it. So they're going to be like, they're going to fire Tibbs, and Johnny Bryant going to be your head coach.
Tibbs ain't going to like it. Tibbs will probably give him, probably.
He might even quit before that.
Yeah, he's like, what are y'all doing? I don't want athletes. But even though we know Tibbs love athletes.
Y'all get down from up there. Y'all get down from up there.
Yeah. Why y'all got to dunk on every play and lay it up?
Play it safe.
Now that's in the garden. That's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, and we have the assets to do all of that because you don't need assets. You don't need assets to go after LaVine. You just need cap space. You don't need assets to go after Bridges. You just need cap. As soon as you make the trade with Portland to get 7, you got the money to sign Miles Bridges.
Who's going to be your backcourt? Because you didn't mention RJ.
The books, though, right? The vets. Let's say we clear up the books with the vets. But I figure, I don't know. I figure you have to move. You would have to move a Fournier to clear up a lot of the books.
Right, but why wouldn't you?
No, I mean, hey, you got to.
Why would for instance, why wouldn't you trade an Evan Fournier? Say trade an Evan Fournier to say why wouldn't you trade Julius Randle to a San Antonio?
Okay.
San Antonio is rebuilding.
Right.
I don't think they're gonna care about Randall. They're gonna look at they're gonna look at whoever's trying to trade Randall. Like, man, didn't you guys got the memo? We trying to
Brian, hey,
rebuild.
Brian Grant's still alive? I thought Brian Grant. Hey, man, my bad. I thought Brian Grant. Hold on. Because if so, I'm gonna apologize to him right away. Brian Grant still alive?
I gotta look it up. I'm sorry. I'm looking it up very fast.
Yeah, because I thought yeah,
Nah,
my
he's
bad.
Let me see. We're gonna see right now.
I knew I just saw him.
No, he's still alive.
Okay. My bad,
Yeah.
Brian Grant. My bad.
Well, next time you come down here, you go to the game, you know what I'm saying? You can apologize then.
Yeah, I apologize to him face to face. My bad, y'all.
But he's knocking at the door to get 28. Probably not.
But you don't know. But like you don't know. Right? Would the Lakers prefer? Oh, hey, Cully, and listen. Here's the other thing I meant to tell you because, nice kind of derailed me a little bit. But but here's the thing, with that lineup that I mentioned, guess who would be a 6 man off the bench?
RJ.
Malik Monk, unrestricted free agent.
Oh, he's unrestricted.
Unrestricted.
Hmm.
So you add a Malik Monk.
Oh, so that's more athleticism.
More athleticism, and he'll be your J.R. Smith going forward.
Yeah, he was all right for the Lakers this season, even though they suck like us.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about that guy a lot, though. Miles Bridges.
Yeah, Miles Bridges. He's another one.
And as the Knicks, all you need to do is drive it. You know Jordan is cheap, right?
Yeah,
all you have to do is drive up the price.
I'm the one that called it, Freezy. I think he's gonna drop the ball on him. I said it from day one. When I seen that he said that he turned in the deal and he wanted to bet on himself. He betted on himself getting most improved. I'm like, yeah, Jordan gonna fumble the bag on this one because Jordan probably thinking I want a star. You see, he got coaches having he's interviewing coaches and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, he might think I can get a star in this off season. So you know what? I mean, maybe I won't pay Miles Bridges. So like, all right, well that's where you slip up, and maybe the Knicks will get him. If the Knicks will look, I pray the Knicks are looking, man, or they would think about that.
And all of these are and guys, all of these are options. I offer this is an option. This is not what I'm saying the Knicks better do. The only thing Cully and Subliminal and everybody else say the Knicks better do is not mess up. The Knicks better not mess up. That's the only thing we suggesting.
What if the Hornets are the team that move up and get rid of 13 and 15 and go up and get Ivy at 4 and give up an asset and have that backcourt of Melo and Ivy?
The Knicks will be in the lottery for the next 7 years. Right.
You know, they give up like a Terry Rozier or somebody.
Right.
Ooh.
But Miles Bridges isn't qualify offer till 2023.
No, he's restricted, but
he's restricted, bro.
He's restricted, but I'm saying they won't match. That's what I mean.
And they already made an official offer.
Oh.
To him. Yeah. That's what Cully was saying. Cully mentioned that 3 weeks ago?
3 months ago.
3 months ago. Wow.
I peeped that from the beginning. And they they might they maybe match once, maybe not. But I just know he turned down the offer. So but yeah, that's what that means. They turned down the offer. So that means if he wants something higher, what they offer him $80 million for 4 years?
Yeah.
So that's 20.
And the Knicks can offer him if the Knicks offer him 4 years, $100 million. First of all, he'll be a higher paid player than Julius Randle, right? Just off rip, right?
Okay.
And then what happens is you force a team in your division or in your conference, I'm sorry, to match that money or lose an asset, right? Mm-hmm. So by default, you are disabling or disarming their team by either forcing them to pay that man that money. Right? Because if they pay that man that money, that means they have less money in free agency to acquire more players. Right? Mm-hmm. And so if they match, automatically they paid more for Bridges than they wanted to. Right? Which means they can't address other needs. But if they don't match and you get that talent, that means you've taken talent away from another team in your conference.
But you only get one chance to do this, though. So is that the money you're setting is $100 million, or are you willing to go a little higher than that?
Yeah, no, I ain't. I'm not offering nothing more than $100 million. 4 years, $100 million.
That's about it. That's about
it. Honestly, I think that's too much. I don't want to offer that much, but in order to be respectable, you know what I'm saying, you gotta because think about it. A lot of teams are going to be offering him offer sheets, right? And he's going to want the place where he can play.
I was about to say at that point,
and the most money, right?
Yeah, he's probably going to want. Yeah, so he'll probably want at that point is where he chooses, like you said, the place he wants to play. That's what I think. That's where the Knicks. I'm not even going to say messed up, but that's what Leon Rose did different with Gordon Hayward, his teammate. He offered him 3 years instead of 4, right?
Right. And now we realize that was smart though on Leon Rose's part.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because the injuries. I mean. Yeah. You know, at least I seen him trying. I wanted Hayward, so I'm not gonna lie. I wanted Hayward badly, but yeah, he injuries, man. He can go somewhere else. He'll probably is Gordon Hayward a free agent this year too? I think he is by now. I think.
What did John Collin got
next year? I think next year.
Yeah, next year. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What was his contract looking like? John Collins.
John Collins.
5 years, 125. He's making $25 million a year too.
25. He got paid with the same as Julius, I think. Similar.
Yeah.
5 years.
I think it's even more. 23 million the first year, 25 the third, and 26 the fourth and the fifth. So I think it's even more.
And Keith Turner, you think so? You think Michael Jordan ain't letting Miles Bridges go anywhere? I mean, I don't know. I think Jordan might be thinking he can get a star. I don't know. I've seen him drop the bag before. Maybe not. Maybe he didn't value Kemba Walker when Kemba Walker was a free agent, but I don't know. I don't see Jordan. But then again, Jordan was never the best GM, so I don't know. Unless his years of experience caught up with him, and he's like, "Nah, I value Miles Bridges. We're gonna pay him more." We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna look at some reports about that to see how much he values, to see what they want to do with Miles Bridges. I don't know. I like him though.
Right.
And you can't knock me for talking about free agents because free agency is right after the draft. So
the very next week.
I mean, a lot of us ain't looking forward to it because I'm not.
Yeah, but I just don't see Hornet actually paying or Charlotte just paying Miles Bridges that type of money just because they not even a big market like that.
Yeah, I see him letting that man walk. You know, they might match, but maybe not. I mean, I don't know if there was talks after that once Miles Bridges, turned that down. And that's 90 mil, so he wants that 100. So yeah, Knicks. I don't know. If I'm Knicks, I'll try to make him play, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. That's just my opinion. I like him. Every time we played him this season, he went at us. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. The guy had a dunk exchange with Obi, and then came into the Garden, lit us up. Oh man.
Obi dunk was better, but still that respawn was right back.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I was sitting in between. I had Divine. Y'all know Divine do the Knicks channel, the YouTube channel. I had Divine on my left and Staffordon on my right. And on the right of Staffordon was a dude named Muggsy Bogues, right? They kick out that they get the ball and throw the home run pass to Obi, and you can hear Spectrum Center. The anticipation was like a rocket about to take off. Because on that Friday night in Charlotte, Spectrum Center was about 70% Knicks fans, 20% Hornets fans, and 10% people that just wanted to eat some food. Right? And when Obi took off of that dunk, the roof came off of that place. We were so loud in blue and orange that Charlotte had to pump crowd. It was the softest move you ever saw in your life. Right? It was
they amplified the speakers.
Yeah, Cully, they had to pump in crowd noise to drown out the Knicks fans, bro. They had to pump in crowd. Like if you ever go to an opposing arena when the Knicks are in the building, bro, Knicks fans will legit take over the sub. You ever been to an opposing arena when the Knicks fans take over the building?
Yep. I almost got kicked out of one.
Sub was going for us.
Man.
No?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
I said Sub was going for us. He was going for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Knicks Blazers game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And listen, and the funny thing about it, the irony about that night is Miles Bridges was walking up to Kemba, screaming in Kemba face. Y'all didn't see this during the timeout, right? But Miles Bridges was in Kemba face screaming, "This is my house, punk. This is my house, punk." This is what he was saying to Kemba Walker.
Oh shit.
Yeah. With Kemba Walker, you know, and during the timeout, you know, the teams cross each other to go to their benches or whatever. And so he was like, yo, in his face. And Randall is going to Miles Bridges, like, get off of Kemba, get off of Kemba. Meanwhile, Obi is fussing at Tibbs, right? Cussing out Tibbs, because Tibbs is keep trying to take him out the game. So Obi Toppin is cussing out Tom Thibodeau. Like, every time I do something, man, you be trying to snatch me out the game. and Derrick Rose is at the basket because Tibbs is cussing out Derrick Rose for blowing assignments on defense, right? And Derrick Rose ain't even paying no attention. Derrick Rose just over there. You know what I'm saying? Man,
Everybody was doing their thing.
Yeah, everybody doing their own thing. But this is when you watch the game on TV, they don't show you like all this stuff that go on during the game.
Yeah,
like that's why I think the NBA coaches have the toughest job in the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to do your game plan, players don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Dudes is cussing each other out. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff going on in the arena, right? But I will say this: wouldn't it be ironic that Miles Bridges signed that offer sheet with the Knicks and become a Knick, and then go to Kemba and be like, "This is my house, punk." You know what I'm saying? On a different team. You know what I'm saying? The irony is what I'm getting at. The irony, man.
That's gonna be Kemba Walker nemesis anyway. Kemba Walker goes.
yeah, man. So, Cully, are you intrigued by that scenario? Do you think that's something that can happen? The Knicks make an offer to Miles Bridges.
Yeah, I would think it'd be smart if they do. You know, I'm not saying he's the best player in the world, but he's a solid player, man. I think he always wanted to come here. I think I seen JJP said it. Miles wanted to be here. You know,
right.
Another guy with resentment that we didn't pick him in the draft. You know, everybody knows who we went with instead. So, yeah.
Right.
Cuddly, that might be the reason that he always keep on trying to outshine whenever he plays against the Knicks.
Yeah, especially when he comes to the Garden, he's looking to show us out. You know, I would get him. I would make him at least. I think that would be a good check mark for Leon Rose.
I think we might end up getting him, but at the same time, we're not gonna pay him 100. I'm telling you right now, it might be more than that.
You might be right. Like, they may offer him something more. They may offer something ludicrous, and
his stocks like on other teams is gonna be high. It's like this. Charlotte, they in the position that the Spurs is right now, that they are actually selling the DeJounte Murray like that, and it's all the team going for him. So it's going to be a bidding war. But for Miles Bridges, I feel just because he brings that dynamic of dunks, yeah, people is always going to be like trying to pay him a little bit more.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, he's not really that much bigger than RJ Barrett.
For Miles Bridges?
Yeah. I think they're both like, what, 6'7", about 215, 220?
But he got something that RJ doesn't. He has that leap.
I think he's about 6'7". Yeah. I don't know. I like him, man. I don't know.
I like him too.
Yeah, you know, I could agree with that. I could see the Knicks offering him something more. If they did it with Fournier, they'll probably mess around and do it with Miles. They might.
Right. And for those, and not to cut you off, Cully, I'm sorry, but I want to accentuate Cully's point. And so for those that think going after Miles Bridges is impossible, think about this. You're paying Evan Fournier $19 million next year. Think about that. Before you think about stuff that's impossible, the Knicks will never offer him $25 million a year. Well, for 25, guess what you're paying next year for $25 million a year? Evan Fournier and Taj Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying that to Evan Fournier and Taj Gibson, and you're saying that you won't pay that to Miles Bridges? You better wake your ass up.
Because that's what I'm saying. Because but then people say, "Oh, he's not worth it." But look at what Fournier is getting paid. Yo, like, come on.
I mean, yeah.
Somebody's getting paid. You know,
Some reason
whether
Miles on Utah. I don't know why. See him with
Well,
that. I know the Jazz need help. They want somebody. There's gonna be offers for Miles Bridges.
well, on
Right.
defense, he's good. On
Right.
offense, he's good. He also could dunk. There's
Yes.
there's no argument there. Like, why?
You ain't
All
arguing,
I'm
the guy's a
saying,
dog. He's a dog all around. Like he's
Yeah, just think about it. Evan Fournier, yeah, he could shoot, but can he defend? Yeah, this year he actually did a little bit more defending, but Miles Bridges, I
yeah.
don't think so.
Yeah, I
All I'm saying is this: if Jericho Sims gets a rebound and outlets it to Jaden Ivey, and Ivy is sprinting down the floor
With
with
Miles
Obi
Bridges?
on his left and Miles Bridges on his right.
Oh, it doesn't
Bro,
matter.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Hey, Breezy, I think that whoever's on front, he's just gonna be like, man, I quit. Just do your thing. You ain't gonna catch a post on me.
And the thing is Ivy comes down with those dudes on the wing, right? Attacking the basket. If you consider getting dunked on by Miles Bridges is bad or Obi Toppin is bad, just imagine what happens if Ivy keeps it and dunks on you himself. I mean, these are the scenarios that we never see. We think they're impossible because the Knicks never do it because we never had the athletes to do these things.
Yeah.
Or don't put them on the floor, right? Because you could probably do because even though Cam Reddish is not a leaper like Miles Bridges, Cam Reddish is still a really, really, really good athlete.
Yeah. His availability, that's the only thing.
Man, y'all make me sick, man. Y'all got me doing all this talk, man. I gotta do vibes and stuff in like 5 hours.
Well, what if we get Miles Bridges, but then we don't get Jaden Ivey? Who do we bring in at point guard? Because now we're short in money now at that point.
DeJounte Murray. I always wanted DeJounte Murray, man. That kid is nice.
Are you saying? Let me ask this up just to make sure that I follow.
Someone to like hold down the fort. You know what I'm saying?
Hold man, the point guard spot, right?
Yeah, the point guard spot. Yeah. Or do you just run out IQ?
How do you like Andrew Nemert in the second round?
Yeah, I already said I'll take him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because I always felt like that was the plan B anyway. So even if you do get Ivy, I still want Nemert, bro. That's what I'm getting at. The thing is though, some fans don't like the idea of two rookie point guards at the same time. That's what I'm saying.
If it's not a Jalen Ivey and somebody that is known, like in trade scenario, like somebody that's known for running the point guard, not in draft, I'd rather just run it with IQ.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. Just assuming we got Miles. Kemba's gone. Burks is in a trade, and then like where do we go from that point? Like who do we make a Brogdon trade? We in that scenario we can no longer go after Brunson because we're out of money. So like so you're cool with just running with IQ.
But just think about it. If IQ, if that college coach was more high on IQ than Maxey, look what Maxey is doing. A lot of people always says that comparable, they both play similar. IQ, the only thing about IQ is that he shoots better than Maxey. And if you start looking at what Knicksverse put out there with IQ and Brunson, imagine that. Just think about it. I just have a feeling like IQ, the only reason we don't see his full potential is because he still has those shuckles. But once you give him that keys and it's like, hey, if you're not complaining about seeing Brunson playing this season, why are you complaining about seeing IQ actually running the court? This is only his second year.
Yep.
Man, I'm trading for a dude named Delano Batten.
Say what?
I'm trading for a dude from Toronto named Delano Batten.
Delano Batten.
Yeah, let me look at his numbers.
Delano Gallinari.
Delano Batten.
I'm playing, man.
And I know he's gonna be. People are gonna be like, "What?
Yeah, who's that?"
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Who is that?" Right?
I'm looking at his numbers right now.
Yeah. There's some people in Knicks Nation said they'll take Ty as the point guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
and Ty said it himself in an interview that Maxey and IQ gave him the business one-on-one. Like,
yeah.
Nah, I'll go with IQ still, but forget that.
Hey.
Forget that Delano Bennett. I'm looking at his numbers. Like, it's not special. It's like on three, 25.5.
Huh? Yeah. Well. This is the thing. This is the thing. The reason why, the reason why I say Delano Banton is for one. I think he's a pretty big point guard. Was he like? He's a 6'5" point guard, right? Like 6'5".
I'm looking
because he looked like
6'7".
He looked like Sasquatch over Derrick Rose, bro. All right, let me. So Basketball Reference has him listed as 6'9", 204 at point guard. So
Wikipedia, they got him at 6'7".
Okay. So he's probably like 6'7" without shoes. Right, 6'9" with shoes or whatever, however the thing go. Right? I think he's a glue guy, an unselfish glue guy. Right? When I saw Toronto play against the Knicks, I was like, this dude is out here playing. This dude's out here playing like a junkyard dog from the point guard position. Right? He's as athletic as McBride. Right? I don't think he's as good as a defender as McBride, but the effort is there.
Yeah, but shooting 25.5 on three.
What did McBride shoot on three? And so I'm here. I already know the number. I just want nice to say it.
Kelly's boy right there.
What did Deuce McBride shoot from three? I already know the number. I just want to make y'all laugh.
25. The same thing.
Well, no, but what did McBride shoot from two? This is the funny part. What did McBride shoot from two?
29.6. Yeah, but his defense, like Deuce reminds me just like Marcus Smart, and Marcus Smart, even though he might have a bad shooting night, you cannot take away that this dude plays defense.
Right.
But that's I don't understand. Why not get what is wrong with? Why not? I don't know. At least see what you have in him, man. I mean,
like he's only playing like 9.3 whenever he ends up playing. So he's
gonna have time to play this summer.
Shots in 9 minutes.
He gonna be in the G League next year, bro. Trust me, he gonna get plenty of run in the G League next year.
No, but if I miss 2 shots and go 0 for 2 in 9 minutes, yeah, my shooting percentage it should be a 23 or it's a 0.
Zero, yeah.
I should have bad numbers, throughout the season.
You better have better shot selection then.
Right.
You better finish at the cup, Cully. You gotta dunk that, Cully. You gotta dunk that.
Man, the guy's killing in G League, man. That's where he gets all the minutes. I don't know, man.
Yeah, and no knock on McBride, but at some point we have to look at, what our Achilles heel is, and our Achilles heel is we have guards that can't score and can't facilitate. So what are they even out there for?
But he can defend, and none of our guards was good at that at one point.
Yeah.
Defend what?
Everybody.
I know. I feel you. I feel what you're saying, man. But yeah. Man. Anyway, y'all, I got to get out of here. So because I got a doctor's appointment in the morning, man, and I got to do vibes and stuff live in the morning with Chuck Allen from 7:30 probably till about 9. So I'm a dip. Y'all gonna hang out for a little while, or y'all gone?
Who was that just came in here?
No,
Tricky Nicky.
I'm out too. I got to get up and go to work in the morning. So I'm
a Duke, man. I'm like a Duke here.
No, man. Hey, but just real quick, I'm gonna wrap real quick. Just thank you everybody for coming out supporting your boys. So we're gonna be doing the same thing again tomorrow night. Like we just legit, Blorange Tears is gonna be wide open on one of the most important nights of the season for our franchise. So we're gonna wrap right here, but we appreciate the fact that y'all came out and rocked with us for 3 hours. Tomorrow night, it won't be the Knicks at Night podcast. It'll be the Knicks after party, and it'll be an after party for real tomorrow night.
Kill it.
Tomorrow night. So Knicks after party will be hosted by Subliminal 209, by Cully. We invite everybody to come back out and hang out. We're gonna rock you already know what it's gonna be. Either we gonna drink and celebrate, or we gonna drink our sorrows away. Either way, we gonna party tomorrow night, the after party. So come back tomorrow night. Blorange Tears, Knicks Morning Drive in the morning. Hopefully in the morning if I don't oversleep like I did today. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully.
Nah, you need to get that rest because you
Yeah.
got a long night and afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Afternoon and night. So
Yeah, man.
Sorry,
Yeah,
my
man.
son
So,
wanted the same.
yeah, man. So we appreciate everybody for coming through. Nice, thanks for coming through, man. We'll
Always.
see Nice tomorrow. I'm certain of that.
Wait,
And
Freeze,
yo,
wait, you taking that trip from you driving up here?
nah, man, I can't go because I gotta work. I got a logistics meet Friday.
Really?
Yes, and hey, y'all. So I don't want to say something that'll get me fired.
I know. I almost said something right now that would have probably got you in trouble.
Yeah, my fault.
I'm just saying you normally work a certain schedule and then you put 2 days in to go with those days off, and then they put stuff on you.
Oh, all right.
But anyway, I won't be able to make it.
Kill it.
So, but I wish. So, but Cully, if I'd have came to the city if I could. You know what I'm saying?
And drove right past the crib too. And wait.
Yeah. I'd have been right in Jackson Heights. Y'all know I'd have been in Jackson Heights. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, man, I will see y'all in a few hours. Y'all take care of yourself. Y'all have a peaceful night. We out of here.
All right.
Let's get Ivy.